For any product or service, regardless of industry, whether you sell face-to-face or over the phone, call 800-500-8320. That's 800-500-8320. Paid for by Power Sales University.
This is Glenn Crooks, host of the Coaching Academy. Every week I talk to coaches who have been in the trenches and have something to share. Time to welcome in Anson Dorrance.
I credit the American collegiate game because we built our player development on that game.
Here's Pat Noonan.
It's being able to look past those isolated moments and incidents to continue to focus on the big picture.
A new episode every Wednesday on FC 157, and all of them available on the SiriusXM app. Just search the Coaching Academy.
You're listening to Premier League Live with TalkSport.
Opens up for a shot. Oh, it's a fabulous shot. And it's a fabulous goal.
We've got every kick of every game from the world's biggest and best football league.
Corner in it can't. So it's been glanced into the right-hand corner.
The goals, the drama, the excitement, the despair.
That is cheeky. 20 yards out into the top corner.
It's all here on Premier League Live with TalkSport.
You are listening to TalkSport's coverage of Manchester United against Nottingham Forest from Old Trafford. I'm your host, Tom Rennie. Alongside me for this one is a man who's won the Premier League twice with Manchester United. It's Paul Parker. This is Premier League Live, and this is a positive time for Manchester United. They have earned 4 successive home victories in all competitions, scoring 12 goals in total and at least twice in each match. They were beaten in midweek at Arsenal. That was the first loss under new boss Ruben Amorim. He has only suffered consecutive top-flight defeats once in his career with Sporting Lisbon in August 2022. As for Nottingham Forest, they have lost 3 of their past 4 Premier League matches after they were beaten only once in their opening 10 top-flight games this season. Their last 2 away league fixtures were 3-0 defeats at Arsenal and Manchester City, respectively. Let's get to the team news, starting with Manchester United. They made 4 changes from the side that lost against Arsenal in midweek. Mazraoui, Maguire, Malacia and Mount all drop out. The team is Andre Onana in goal. Across the back line is Sandro Martinez, Matthias de Ligt and Lenny Yoro. At midfield is Memo Lugarte and Kobbie Mainoo. Diogo Dele and Amad Diallo are wing-backs left and right. Alejandro Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes and Rasmus Højlund, the front 3. Bench includes the likes of Harry Maguire and Marcus Rashford. As for Nottingham Forest, they make 3 changes from their last game. Moreno, Dominguez and Alanga all drop out of the starting 11. Matt Sells is the goalkeeper. Across the back line, Nico Williams, Murillo, Nikola Molenkovic and Ola Aina. Midfield, Elliot Anderson, Ryan Yates, the captain. 3 behind the striker, that trio, Jota Silva, Morgan Gibbs-White and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Chris Wood is the striker today. Darren England is our referee. Paul Tierney is the dreaded VAR. Alongside me for this game, it's only Paul Parker, a 2-time Premier League winner with Manchester United. Paul, lovely to see you, as ever. Let's pretend we've just seen each other as opposed to been with each other for the last hour or so. What do you make into the Ruben Amorim revolution? You were doing the game on Wednesday. Did you see green shoots, bright moments? Are you positive about United?
I'm going to say that I believe that everyone is thinking that they've got a better idea of what Manchester United are trying to do. Are they being successful at this moment in time? Of course not. It isn't going not that way because of the personnel there. He needs. There might be something might happen in the next window. The summer one is a big one. I think it's a big one, but the most important thing that's got to happen is they've got to get rid of a lot of players. And if they turn around and say they want this and they want that, I think they've virtually just got to give it to them and say, you've got to live with it. If that's the way you feel about it, you're going to want that. Rather than putting your career first, you're turning around and virtually saying you want to sit here for your money. Then it's up to them how they want to be, but they need money, and it's been said that they need to get rid of players. But the problem is they're all being comfortable sitting on the back of big contracts given to them by previous managers.
Seems like a lot of people are having a bit of a live audition for Ruben Amorim at the moment. He will play a back 3 if he can. Mazraoui dropped, Maguire dropped. It's Yoro and Martinez alongside de Ligt tonight. Do you like that trio?
Ask me after the game, Tom, see what's going on. I think he's already made his mind up. De Ligt's involved. I think Martinez, I think yes. Euro, we're waiting to see if he's going to be, if he's going to be there as well. But that isn't the major issue. I think the major issue at the moment in time with Manchester United is what's up front. That is the big. There's only one player for me out of all the ones in that who play in that area, and that is Amad Diallo. Is the only one for me who is guaranteed he should be playing. The others, you just don't know what you're getting from him. You don't know if you're going to get any energy. You don't know if you're going to get the right decision, and you don't know if you're going to get the right execution. That's the problem. Højlund, I would look at him and say there might be a chance you can get the right players around him and get him maybe to understand it a bit better, to start to learn to play with players. But he doesn't get enough of the ball to see if he's actually learning. So,
well, he's the lowest scoring striker of the ones they've got. He has less than Marcus Rashford. He's got less than Xerxes. Quite surprising that he's getting the nod, isn't it, a bit?
I'm looking how he plays and what he can do. I mean, I know we can't do it, Tom, but goals change everything.
Yeah.
And if you're judging those players off of goals, you're going, yep. But when you watch them play, you virtually, you're in the back garden, you would pull the blind down. It's as simple as that. You wouldn't have them. You just wouldn't have them.
I'd keep the blind up. I have a very boring life. Nothing's going on in my house that's worth watching. In terms of Nottingham Forest, I mentioned the run. They began this season so well. They have had some tough results, some tough games in the last couple. I mentioned the last away results as well. City and Arsenal, not a great pair for anyone, irrespective of the form that those two teams may well be in. But Chris Wood, 9 goals in 13 games this season. When you have a striker like that, which kind of builds on the point we're making about Manchester United, you've always got a chance in every game. Yeah,
I mean, Chris Wood is, he's virtually one point he was surplus to requirement. To be honest, at one time he was seen as an old war horse, sorry, not a house.
Not a war house.
No, it couldn't be.
They get blown up in war, I think.
Yeah, they do.
The horses are fine. The houses, no chance.
Right, okay, let it go.
Yes.
But all they do, Forest, they will put the ball in the box. They won't just deliberate and little passes in there. They will go to his strength and pull it in the box. But the thing about him as well, he isn't too shy on the floor either. He can dribble. He has got a bit of technique about him. And as you just mentioned, he can score goals. United haven't got a player like that in that front line. They haven't got anyone who is going to be in and around and trying to make a difference. So that's the bit that he's missing at the moment. I like the midfield. I think when you look at it, you look at Mainu, you look at Agate, and even Casemiro has stepped up since Ten Hag's gone, because again they're more compact. People were just running around him and everyone's going, his legs are gone. His legs have never been there. He's never been the quickest. It's just to the fact of the personnel around him. So they are moving forward. There is more structure about them. They're just lacking quality. Quality comes from players, and they haven't got enough of those players at the moment.
And just final piece before we hear from the two managers. We are in the northwest being battered by Storm Darragh. It's the reason why the Merseyside derby was called off earlier today. There were some concerns about this game, not necessarily because of the field of play, though it's getting a thorough soaking and has been since about 2 o'clock this morning. I know it's Manchester and it's always raining, but this is some serious rain they've been experiencing. Difficulty for a lot of fans getting to Old Trafford today, which was the main reason why the game was called off at Goodison earlier. Are you surprised the game's going ahead with the storm ongoing?
Not really. It's football, it's the winter. I think a lot of people are surprised and maybe a little bit shocked that the Everton game got called off so early. It did surprise me, and we've got one. It's what people watch football and they want to play football and they'll accept any conditions. I was surprised about the Everton game being called off. I was surprised about United's statement as well they made about the game. And there's going to be 70-odd thousand people there. I wouldn't want to be one of them trying to go home though this evening.
Yes,
it's bad enough in good weather getting out of Old Trafford.
Good luck at 8:30 local time this evening trying to get to your car or to the tram. Might be tough. Paul, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. The game is going on. It kicks off in around about 6 minutes from now. Before we get to that, let's hear from the two managers, Ruben Amorim and Nuno Espirito Santo.
Massive club, but we are not a massive team. And we know it. It is no problem to say it. So we want to improve, and our players have to understand that this is a very difficult position. So we are not the best teams in this league.
I think he expressed the man that we know, our president, his ambitions, his desire to grow, to improve. We try to follow, doing the best that we can. I think it's a high demand.
Just in 2 weeks, in 4 matches, you can understand that they just want to see effort. In the first moment, they just want to see effort. Then they want to win games. After a while, with effort in winning games, they will want to see a very dominant team.
I think after the third goal, it then become really a big task and difficult one. And you start thinking and looking at the players. So it's a quick turnaround. You have to take care of that also, yeah.
It's Manchester United against Nottingham Forest, and is next. You're listening to Premier League Live.
On New Ground, we'll bring you the stories, insights, and voices shaping soccer's next chapter.
Having a clear identity is always something that players are looking for, but with the national team, it's got to be effective over everything.
Listen to New Ground with me, Alan Hopkins Jr., and Jalil Anibaba, Thursday evenings, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, on SiriusXM FC 157, and available anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Have you thought about how this...
What's up, soccer fans? Thanks for hanging out with us this afternoon for Manchester United hosting Nottingham Forest right here on Sons of a Pitch, Soccer Central. I'm Mike, your host. Thank you for hanging out with us today and chatting it up, cheering on our Red Devils. Now, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. It's going to be a great game today. Hopefully, Manchester United gets the full 3 points. And please go check out my boy True on SOP. And we're going to be doing some crazy things here on the channel as well as on TikTok. Go check it out. The link is in the description and show some support. We'll see you guys in the chat. Go Red Devils, go. The first half is in.
How's it going, my fellow Manchester United and SOP fans? Hope everyone is enjoying the stream this evening. This is a massive game, as I said at the start of the stream, because it's Manchester United versus Arsenal. We need to get these 3 points, so hopefully we have a good second half here under the new manager, Ruben Amorim. Now, I am here to offer a service to you guys. What I do is take people's teams on EAFC 25, starting from ground zero all the way to the top, by offering a division rivals or FUT champion service, or for some people, both. Now, what this means is I get the highest ranks in division rivals and FUT champions. DM me on Twitter. My Twitter is @TrueKiller_. I'm sure it's in the description. You can see me in the chat. But come on, United. Let's go.
So, is my boyfriend there? Maybe on one knee? The entire roof is crushed. So, no ring.
Be prepared for the unexpected with Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Product features subject to policy terms and may not be available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and by downloading the SiriusXM app, you can enjoy a gift bag full of holiday channels just waiting to be opened. Shake the tinsel right off the tree with Jolly Christmas. Happy holidays. Let your children take control of the sleigh with Kids Christmas. Timeless classics with holiday traditions. There are dozens of festive channels to choose from. Just download the SiriusXM app and search Holiday now.
You are listening to TalkSport's coverage of Manchester United against Nottingham Forest from Old Trafford. I'm your host, Tom Rennie. Alongside me for this one is the former Manchester United defender, Paul Parker. This is Premier League Live, and Manchester United suffered their first defeat under Ruben Amorim on Wednesday, losing 2-0 to Arsenal. They're against a Forest side tonight who have lost 3 of their last 4 games in the Premier League. Before we give you the team news and the full 90 minutes, there will be tributes paid before the kick-off today, as Manchester United have suffered a sad loss this week. Kath Phibbs worked at the club for 55 years, and she sadly passed away at the age of 85. The club described Phibbs as an omnipresent figure at Manchester United since the late 1960s, having worked in a variety of roles for more than 55 years. The great and the good have been paying their tribute, and Old Trafford supporters will do so now. And Paul Parker alongside me, someone you knew during your time at Manchester United, and an incredible legacy to have been at the club so long. It's like double the age of half the team and more on top of that. Incredible longevity at Manchester United.
Yeah, she was an incredible woman, to be honest. Just so assertive in what she'd done, so good at what she'd done, but she was everybody's friend. And you walked up when she worked in the reception office at the top of the Munich tunnel, and you'd pull up there, you pull up in your car, you park it, you go in there, and you just started chatting to her, and you was getting the curly finger from the boss, because Catherine wouldn't stop talking to you. Everyone loved her, everyone talked to her. She ended up working at Carrington. She was on the front desk at Carrington. Still, still everybody's friend. Just a lovely lady.
A sad loss for Manchester United this week, and some nice tributes being paid there in the programme across the past week as well. And as I mentioned, from Alex Ferguson down, lots of people having some wonderful things to say about a long-time servant at Manchester United. To this game, it's United against Nottingham Forest. Here's your team, starting with United. Andre Onana is in goal across the back line. It's Andrew Martinez, Mateus de Ligt, Lenny Yoro, Diogo Dalot on the left, Amad Diallo on the right, with Kobbie Mainoo and Manuel Ugarte. Alejandro Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, Rasmus Højlund, the front three. Bench, Altay Bayindir, the goalkeeper, Nusat Mazraoui, Harry Maguire, Mason Mount, Marcus Rashford, Joshua Zirkzee, Tyrell Malacia, Christian Eriksen and Casemiro. For Nottingham Forest, Matt Sells in goal. Back line, Nico Williams, Murillo, Nikola Milenkovic and Ola Aina, Elliot Anderson, Ryan Yates in central midfield. Jota Silva, Morgan Gibbs-White, Callum Hudson-Odoi supporting Chris Wood up front, a man looking for his 10th goal in the Premier League already this season. Carlos Miguel, the goalkeeper, on the bench, also Murato, Taiwo Awoniyi, Harry Toffolo, Nicolas Dominguez, James Ward-Prowse, Anthony Elanga, Ramon Sosa and Willy Arnaud Bolly. That's Willy Bolly to you and I. Darren England, our referee. Josh Smith, fourth official. Paul Tierney is the dreaded VAR. And we are underway in the driving rain in Manchester, as we always seem to be, but it's slightly heavier than usual, with Storm Dara battering the northwest today. But the game is on and we are happy for it. Red shirts, white shorts and black socks for Manchester United. They kick from right to left as we are looking in this first period. Nottingham Forest the other way, and they are in an all sky blue away strip today. Shirts, shorts and socks. Great run here by Ola Aina. He's managed to get almost the edge of the Manchester United penalty area here. And here he is again over on that right side. All down the line for Forest. Gibbs-White trying to slip in the runner ahead of him, Jota Silva. It's come off a defensive leg. Dalot, I think, got the final touch, and then it'll be an early corner kick to Nottingham Forest, Paul.
Well, given what happened midweek, I think everyone's got a phobia about corner kicks at the moment. And I imagine it won't be anywhere near as set up as the way Arsenal set up, but for Forest, straight away, first thing you can do within the first minute is earn a corner. That's a great start. The way they've gone about it, started from Aina with his run from almost just inside his own half.
Corner comes in, and that's an early goal. And it's Milenkovic with a firm header from 6 yards out. Brilliant delivery, and Milenkovic is there to power that ball home for his first Premier League goal for Nottingham Forest.
Well, you don't need to be spending all day and have a set-piece coach to actually go and score like that. That was just naive defending, and it was just a corner. There was nothing different about it. Someone's just made a run. Milenkovic has just made a run across everybody and just had the desire to want to get to the ball. And that's all you need. He's gone and done it, and that's why Forest have gone 1-0 up.
A brilliant power header from a central defender getting forward for a corner. Classic stuff at Old Trafford. And Milenkovic, a man signed from Fiorentina. The narrative all season with Forest, Paul, has been just how on earth have all the big clubs in Europe missed out on Milenkovic. Shrewd business, smart business from Nottingham Forest. Around £12 million to come in from the Purple People Eaters. He's been tremendous.
Yeah, we're saying that Forest have been decent as well. They've had some difficult games and they've got through it. But on their day, they compete with everyone.
And they have given the ball away here, though, to Bruno Fernandes, who's driving forward from a central position. Chance here for the equaliser. Rasmus Højlund has not converted. It may have come off Matt Sells, the goalkeeper, on the way through. We'll need a replay to confirm. United still coming forward here with Ugarte. Edge of the penalty area. Plays the ball out to the left-hand side. Picked up by Dalot into Garnacho. Left-hand side, maybe 10 from the corner of the penalty area. It'll go back to Lisandro Martinez. 3 minutes gone. Manchester United 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Milenkovic with a header.
Well, it could have. Maybe it should have been 1-1 almost straight away. But for some reason, I've got a funny feeling the keeper actually has had a touch on that, just by the way he reacted, Hoyland.
From the angle we are at, it's not quite clear, but it must have been touched by the goalkeeper. Otherwise, it's a tap-in for Hoyland.
Yeah.
So it must have been taken off his forehead. It wasn't too high for him, or
it wasn't, no.
too far ahead. I'd be surprised if he just missed it. We'll get a replay to confirm. United still coming forward. Ball spun into Hoyland in the box, up against Murillo, and he can't get past him.
I think he made a wrong decision there. That ball, he's controlled it great. He's took it facing the wrong way. He was trying to swing on his wrong foot as well. He should have laid that back to Garnacho. He could see everything that was going on behind him.
Just seeing a replay now, and I think he has just gone over his head.
He's gone over his head. Yeah, it has, yeah.
It looked like a really good height for him,
yeah, it did.
Hoyland, but
he's run underneath it.
From where we are, it looked like it was a good height. From the angle we've just seen, maybe it was a little bit too high. He's gone too early, maybe.
Yep.
I rescind the credit we gave to Matt Sells in goal. 4.5 minutes gone. 1-0 to Forest. Here's Amad Diallo in that right wing-back slot, which is going to be so pivotal for what Ruben Amorim wants to do. His forward pass intercepted. Goes for a throw, which he has received from Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes will find Kobe Mainu on the edge. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Tries a set up for Lisandro Martinez. Helps it on to Dalot. Corner of the area, left-hand side, into Ugarte, slightly behind him. Forest are able to press Manchester United out. And the ball is now with Matthijs de Ligt on the halfway line. 5 minutes gone, 1-0 Forest.
Yeah, that was such a good area there's in Manchester United. Then Fernandes was in the box with the ball, and the ball ends up coming all the way out, and they end up back in their own half with the ball. Just needed to shift it earlier. Dalot had the opportunity just to put the ball in the box.
Manchester United 19 points after 14 games. Should they fail to win this game, it'll be their lowest tally after 15 games of a season since 1986. Nottingham Forest hoping to get back into the battle for European qualification, that a team who began the season as well as they did would expect to be in for the rest of the campaign. And they're leading right now. United on the ball. And this is perfect, isn't it, for Nottingham Forest? Nuno Espirito Santo has made a career in this division. Score first and close the game.
He certainly has steps when he went to Tottenham.
Well, he was good for a month, got manager of the month, and to be fair, it's not gone great since he's left.
No.
Should have given him a chance.
It's Tottenham. That generally doesn't happen, as the present manager is finding out at the moment. It's not an easy job.
Lads, it's Tottenham, as a famous manager here once said. It's Manchester United having to come from behind at the moment. And they are dominating possession, dominating the play, maybe as we'd expect, but it's all gone a bit slow at the moment for Ruben Amorim's side. They are now into the offensive third. Dalot's cross. Actually, a very nice delivery right across the penalty area. Bruno Fernandes complaining at the back post, but he should have been there to turn it home.
I don't understand that. I mean, Dalot, when he's put that in, I thought to myself, that's not right the way he's put that ball in. He's just hit it first time, and yeah, just to the angle he's at. I don't know. I mean, I think we've seen there Bruno Fernandes just trying to coach Hoyland there about running into the box.
Have you tried attempting to score a goal? Give that a whirl.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the advice. Ball is back with Onana in goal. Been terrific this season making saves, Onana, though of course he was signed for his ability with the ball at his feet. Still somewhat questionable there as Lisandro Martinez tries to fire one down the left sideline. Too wide for Dalot, straight into touch. Martinez in for Harry Maguire in that position. I quite like Maguire on the left-hand side.
No, you're doing it again. You're trying to get me
to
bite.
I think he's a good player, Maguire.
Yeah, but he's not. You can't play him on the left-hand side because he's got no left foot. Everything is coming inside.
Would he have won that ball in the air though for the corner?
I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to go into like hindsights and things like that now.
Yeah, we're going to speculate on what could have been.
Okay. Could he have gone forward? Could he have got to that ball in the air that Hoyland missed?
Could have been a contender. United have the ball here with Hoyland, centre circle, driving out to the left-hand side. Milenkovic has let him run, and he's taken on Ola Aina, doesn't beat him. doesn't beat the retreating Jota Silva either. They combine to win the ball back for Forest. 8 minutes gone, 1-0 the away team lead. Here's the skipper, Ryan Yates, driving forward through a gap and then characteristically losing the ball and trying to kick somebody. Classic Yates. You've got to have a player like that, I guess, haven't you, in your team?
There was about half a dozen of them in the team when I was playing.
Throwback player, Ryan Yates. A beloved character amongst the Forest faithful. Here's Alejandro Garnacho driving forward left-hand side for Manchester United. On to Dallo. Return to Martinez, left-hand side. Long way from goal.
You have to say as well with Ryan Yates, he's only really become a regular under Nunes, isn't he?
In and out during previous management. And a leader on the field, when he can stay on the field. Here's Amad Diallo into Bruno Fernandes. Penalty area, right-hand side. Cross comes in. Volleyed away by Ola Aina. There was 2 players behind him. I think Garnacho was nearest. Cleared away for a throw on the right-hand side to Manchester United.
I think, again, we're looking at most of the better things are happening on this near side to us around Diallo.
Here's Ugarte to the left-hand side, and Dallo takes a shot from distance, but never really troubling Matt Sells in goal, who watches it fly past his post. 10 minutes gone, 1-0 to Nottingham Forest.
Well, at least there's a reaction from United. At least they're getting on the ball and they're trying to play. We've seen them over the last few years be in situations like this, and they totally lose everything, their composure, and start panicking. They're not panicking at the moment. They're very controlled and disciplined in what they're trying to do with their build-up play.
I suppose you can be a bit like that when the season's become a bit of a free hit, which it kind of is now for Manchester United. I mean, the top 4 looks impenetrable, so where does that leave you? As Forest try and come forward down the left-hand side, ball goes into touch. I mean, would they think that way at Manchester United?
No, you wouldn't be allowed to. Still have to look at top 4. It's mad, really, when you're talking about United and you're talking about top 4 when you should be talking about winning the league. That's what football allows that now. That's what the Champions League is about now. But it's just, to be saying that, it just seems very, very strange.
Such a long way off Manchester City at the moment. I'd be surprised if they were able to make that up, but we will see. Long way to go.
Yeah, and plus as well, City aren't taking points at the moment, are they?
That is true. Just a 1 today against Crystal Palace and a draw at Selhurst Park, as Amad from the right-hand side finds Bruno Fernandes, who tries a sweeping effort at goal, but he sweeps it off target.
He was never set for that. His body was facing at the wrong angle. His body was shaped for the ball to go outside. The ball's gone on his right foot and gone across the front. If he was looking to cross, it would have been a better idea than trying to shoot, unless he was trying to hit it more on the outside of his foot for it to bend a little bit in towards the goal. It was very difficult to try and do that.
Just an update from West Ham United in case you've missed this story. West Ham have confirmed that Mikel Antonio has been involved in a road traffic accident today. They have just updated the story to say that he is in a stable condition in hospital following a road traffic accident in Essex. Conscious and communicating, says the statement from the club, which is terrific news. We, of course, wish Mikel Antonio well, and we'll update you as soon as there is any further information on the West Ham and Jamaica international striker. We're at 12 minutes gone here, and Manchester United are on the ball with Ugarte finding Kobbie Mainoo back in the team today. Him and Martinez suspended for the game against Arsenal in midweek. Here is Lisandro Martinez to Kobbie Mainoo, the England midfielder. Alejandro Garnacho. A nice 1-2 there on the far side with Dallo running at Ola Aina, takes him on the outside. The Forest defender does well to get his body in the way. I thought he was fouled there. That's not given. He has kept the ball in, but his clearance only finds Dallo. Then Kobbie Mainoo in the box, surely shoved in the back there by Jota Silva. Looked very clear, and that's a free kick to Manchester United over on the far side end line.
I wonder if Jota Silva has got a favourite player in the Premier League.
Tell people who can't see him, Paul, why you think there's someone in mind.
Because if you was to go and look him up, you'd look at him in his match day gear, and he looks like he wants to be Jack Grealish.
It's like you got Jack Grealish, but from like a charity or something.
Yes, yeah.
You're doing lookalikes, but you ain't got a lot of money.
It's like a Poundland Jack.
Yes. I'm like a Poundland Peter Drury in many ways. That's what we're going for.
No, not with you, Tom. No, we're top notch.
Much more. I mean, you're a high quality Premier League winner. I'm all TalkSport could afford. Anyway, 14 minutes gone. Free kick, cut back. Diallo drives at goal, but it's blocked. Lisandro Martinez header. It's under the post. Sells does well. Reaches up and tips over.
I mean, that was a great work with that free kick. They've had a couple of free kicks. There's one against Arsenal, which is a really good one. We had a little bit that the manager has just brought in. I haven't seen that for a long while, United being so sharp with their free kicks in and around the box. And to be fair, Morgan Gibbs-White read it and he kind of blocked Diallo. He got there and he made it difficult for him to get the shot away. Otherwise, for me, that's hitting the target. That's going in the net.
Well-worked set-piece routine at Manchester United.
Oh, it's a rarity. Really surprised me. Sells in goal was done brilliant on the looping header that come back from Martinez.
Maybe that number one spot his own, Matt Sells, and maybe more work to do here. No, that's cleared away at the near post by Nico Williams. Recovered by Manchester United. 15 minutes gone. Manchester United 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Premier League Live. Milenkovic with the goal after 2 minutes. Corner firmly smacked home. United have the ball on the halfway line with Lisandro Martinez. They're not panicking, they're not rushing, and they are creating chances, Manchester United. They'll be reasonably happy with their response.
It's just madness how they've conceded so early and they're putting on a performance like this at the moment.
Playing perfectly into Forest's hands. They will have no desire for the ball, Nottingham Forest, as Bruno Fernandes is adjudged to have given a free kick away.
Well, he did give a free kick away because he was sloppy on the ball. He got caught in possession, so he pulls at a player, then he gives a foul away, then he wants to moan at the referee saying his shirt was pulled.
.15 minutes gone, free kick for Forest, just outside their own penalty area. Milenkovic with it. Big blast upfield. Jota Silva heads on towards Chris Wood, who I don't think he's touched the ball as yet, and he doesn't touch it there. One back by Kobbie Mainoo. That's a really good pass into midfield. Risky one, but dealt with by Bruno Fernandes, and it sees Ahmad running at Nico Williams. The Welsh fullback has done well to get his body in the way.
He's trying to get a foul.
Oh, and he's falling over here. There's no foul there at all.
He ain't given a foul. He's tried it early, and he hasn't gone over, and he's done it at the end. I mean, for me, that is disgraceful.
He tripped over himself.
Yeah, that is disgraceful.
They always get them, Paul.
I know.
They always get them.
I know, but the player was nowhere near him. The assistant referee's there and could see that. It's absolutely incredible how he's managed to get away with that. And I knew he was going to do it because he does it all the time. Does it all the time. I know it. Why don't assistant referees and referees read up and know it?
I mean, it's so high risk as well, because if he jumps down there and doesn't get the free kick, Ahmed's like through.
I know. That's why I cannot believe they do things like that, because they're letting down their teammates.
Well, at the other end, a free kick has now been given United's way for a gentle push in the back on De Ligt from Chris Wood.
I would love to see that again, by the way.
Well, the second free kick.
Yes.
Now the referee's got in the way. And,
no, sorry. The first one.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one.
If only I had the power, Paul, I'd show you. They don't listen to me in that TV director's booth. I can't get the replays for you. I know you think I'm all powerful, but no, sadly not.
I've never thought that.
Okay. You could have pretended to people that I was, no?
No, not going to do that for you, Tom. You'd rather me be honest.
That's true. We are the home of honest analysis here on Premier League Live, and thus far, in this game, I think Forest will be very, very happy. Most opening goals of any team in the Premier League this season, Nottingham Forest.
I will say as well, which is unlike me, I must say, I'm quite happy in the way that United have gone about it, the way they're moving the ball around. We've just seen that little bit in the final third, which I do is where they're really lacking in this moment in time.
Bruno Fernandes, smart ball round the corner. Ugarte is the man breaking, and he's slipping a pass forward to Garnacho. That's saved by the goalkeeper. Breaks to Rasmus Højlund, and Højlund turns it home for the leveller for Manchester United. Lovely Amorim football, and it's 1-1.
I have to say, it's that pass, the initial pass that started that move. And I think it was Ugarte, wasn't it, who made that pass? It goes into him in midfield. Sorry, it was
Fernandes into Ugarte.
Yeah, it was a pass. The way he's just changed his body shape just to get the pass on. And I think he was level there. Garnacho, they'll have a look at Garnacho initially when he accepts that ball. Was he onside or not? But then you've got a centre forward, you've got a poacher who's around to pick up the pieces. Garnacho's first touch wasn't the best, pull it too far in front of himself, and he gets that gel because Højlund is just behind.
And that's a level up for Ruben Amorim's Manchester United, and a second goal in the Premier League season this season for Rasmus Højlund, a player we spoke about at the start of the show. Is he going to be Amorim's number 9? Scoring like that would suggest he will. 19 minutes gone, 1-1. Well, with Manchester United, who have been pretty good since going down early.
Yeah, I think
we've got a happy Paul Parker here.
Yeah, I just think they've been excellent. I haven't seen them like this for a long, long time.
Paul has been fired into touch by Onana. Just as we're saying, they're playing some nice football. Throw in on this left-hand side to Nottingham Forest, which Nico Williams is over. Header on by Gibbs-White, trying to find Anderson. One back by Manchester United. Alejandro Garnacho seen so much of the ball in the game so far. Garnacho goes back to Dalot, gives it a right-footed thwack upfield. That's won by Milenkovic. Kobe Mainoo wins the next one before Anderson. He gets Manchester United on the ball over the halfway line. Into Dalot, then back to Lisandro Martinez. 20 minutes played. Manchester United 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Yoro into Bruno Fernandes, who has looked to flick forward around the corner at every opportunity today. Does it again to Ahmad on this right-hand side. Back to De Ligt in the centre circle.
Just have to say that Forest haven't done anything really offensively since they've got in front. Maybe it's because they just haven't had the ball, but they're not really working hard enough to win the ball. They're content just to drop back in, and the problem is they're dropping back in and getting bodies in defensively, but they're not really doing their job because United are actually cutting through them.
Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it? They don't press, they don't hassle, but they sit deep and tend to block the pathways through. Failed for the level up.
And that's the problem. If you're going to sit that deep, you can't allow anyone to do that to you. If you do it, everyone will say that's great, you're doing it, but it's happened once now, so you think they've got to squeeze up high now. If you make a mistake away from your goal, there's the likelihood that no, you're not actually going to get caught out by it.
Yeah. Still got the ball, Manchester United, not in a particularly threatening or interesting way. It's Martinez to De Ligt, to Yoro, to Onana, to De Ligt, to Yoro, to Onana, to De Ligt. Try a forward ball now, over the top, De Ligt towards Amad Diallo, controls it on the right sideline, midway inside Forest territory. Bruno Fernandes again with a forward pass to Amad, and they're in the penalty area here, Manchester United. Amad Diallo, challenge on him by Anderson. Forest look to bring the ball away, left-footed down the line to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Challenged by Ugarte. Battle for the ball, ends up in a Forest throw on the left-hand side.
I will say that the problem is that happening at the moment is that every time Amad gets the ball, Fernandes is running on top of him. He's bringing another man across. He will not let him go one against one. So why doesn't he, when he gives the ball to him, get away from him and force him to allow him to go at Nico Williams? And he's not doing that. It's happened about 3 or 4 times.
Here's Hudson-Odoi, left-hand side for Nottingham Forest. Into the offensive third, finds a release pass to Yates, who helps it on to the far side. And Jota. And then Yates, then Jota Silva again. Tries to find the feet of Hudson-Odoi. Forest with some possession in United territory, but not for long. It's already a long pass back to Matt Sells, who's midway inside his own half here, or in yellow, away to our right. No great pressure on him. Anderson wanted it short, doesn't get it. Forest will look long to Ola Aina. Dalot does well to shield the ball out for a throw to Manchester United.
At this moment, 22 minutes gone, they're back, they're in the game, but it's been as easy a home fixture for them as they've had in a long while. Forest have just sat back and allowed them really to have the ball and go and equalise.
Always played along the end line here to Yoro from Onana, enough to leave a few hearts in mouths, but they work it down the right sideline to Amad Diallo, then Manuel Ugarte, then left to Lisandro Martinez. Midway inside their own half here, Manchester United, but they're coming forward now. Dallow's made a run. Martinez will chip to him. Dallow's going to get this, and he's crossing, and he's finding Højlund, but he can't turn the ball home. The striker stretched out for it, maybe just behind him, and now Forest can break away.
That's the thing, he's jumped it. It was just slightly behind him. He's tried to jump at it.
Down the line to Morgan Gibbs-White. Martinez has surely pushed him there.
That's a push.
It's gone for a corner kick, I think, but that should be a free kick.
It should be a free kick.
Clear shove by Lisandro Martinez. We're just seeing a replay on the monitors here of the chance for Højlund.
Oh, he's just got pulled back there, isn't he? By your mate Yates, I think it was. Slightly pulled him back.
Could potentially be something to consider, but VAR isn't doing any serious check.
There's a goal kick.
Well, that should have been a free kick or a corner, I would suggest, and it's gone for a goal kick to Manchester United. Maybe their luck's in today. 24 minutes gone, 1-1. It's overhit pass from Matthijs de Ligt, and it's now a play for a throw to Forest on the halfway line. De Ligt, of the three centre-halves, what do you make to him playing in that central position?
He's in there because of defensive-wise. If you're looking for someone who's going to be your, if we're going to go back here, we're talking about your Beckenbauer, he's not that one. But I think he's just a good organiser in that middle, and I think that's what he wants. I just need really to go and watch sport. I need really go and see some kind of old video of Sporting Lisbon and how they played, and try and associate the players together, trying to relate the players of Manchester United to the Sporting Lisbon players.
Well, something to do with you Sunday.
I suppose, well, I might do it Monday to Friday.
Download a couple of games, pop down the pub, do your research. Beautiful.
It doesn't need that. But I think I'm going to do it. No, it's good. Oh, yeah, it's good. Just seeing, I think Jack's taken a slap on the back of his head.
Jack Silva.
Yeah, Jack Silva.
Jota Silva is the man who's down. He's taken an accidental swing in the face from de Ligt, and there's a break in play here while he receives some treatment for a head injury. That does give me a moment just to tell you the scores from today. The Merseyside derby was postponed thanks to Storm Darragh earlier today. That will be rescheduled, and we'll bring it to you on Premier League Live. Villa 1, Southampton 0, Brentford 4, Newcastle 2. Every Brentford game, just so much fun. Not for Newcastle today, but for the rest of us, always thrilling. The best home record in the league. Most goals scored and most wins for Brentford. Incredible.
I knew you weren't going to say got the best defensive record at home. I knew that was never going to happen.
They certainly are struggling to keep clean sheets, but if you score 4 a game, it doesn't matter. Palace 2, Man City 2 was our feature game before this as well. Great result for Crystal Palace. Another home draw, I know, but it's 5 points in 3 games when not many were expected. Of course, more drop points for Manchester City, who ended the game with 10 men. Rico Lewis was sent off there. Back with you tomorrow with a whole host of brilliant feature games. Fulham, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, also Ipswich, Bournemouth and Leicester, Brighton, as Man United have been caught here by Forest press. Chris Wood wins a free kick midway inside Manchester United territory. And just a quick line on Monday as well. Intriguing game. West Ham United still under the management of Lopetegui. He's alongside up against Gary O'Neill of this parish, who's under some pressure at Wolverhampton Wanderers as well. So an interesting game on Monday. Join us for that. Lots going on.
Can you now stop talking about West Ham? I don't want you to get angry and frustrated.
I'm just drawing people in to the narrative.
Right, okay.
Free kick by Murillo, delivered deep. That's one. Chance for Jota Silva. He's hit the crossbar. Breaks back to Milenkovic on the volley. That's blocked on its way through. Gibbs White can't control it, and that's out for a goal kick. What a chance for Nottingham Forest to go 2-1 up.
That's another dead ball, and it's caused problems. Didn't win the first header, and Jota Silva comes in, in my opinion, what a great header that was. It wasn't so much about the power, it was just the way he's just got onto it, and he was like virtually guiding it towards that top left-hand corner.
Got some fantastic power on that header. He's got to use all the neck muscles too, because it's sort of behind him. So he's done really well. It's the face of the crossbar too, so he's 2 inches away from 2-1.
He was nowhere near it, and Arnie, he just hardly moved.
Wasn't going to make the save. Couldn't have got there. And that's a big let-off for Manchester United. Game right in the balance, this. It's kind of classic for Forest this season. They look out of the game, but they're so effective in vital moments. They reasonably defend as well. No great risk made, and it's going to be tough for Manchester United to win this match. And Forest will think they can win it too, and why not? The one is with de Ligt in the centre circle. Still doing his Beckenbauer impression. And Ugarte back to Franz de Ligt. He needs to do a lot of this if he wants to play for Ruben Amorim. Finds Højlund and Ugarte. Good link play by Manchester United. Dallo on the far side. Garnacho overlapping. Here he is now. Runs back in field towards the corner of the box. Lissandro Martinez, Kobe Mainu, on now to Dallo, poke down the line to Garnacho, gets their end line against Yates, jumps to ground, and the referee gives a free kick for a foul from Yates, and I'm not sure about that.
Well, Yates couldn't do anything about it, to be perfectly honest. Yes, he got nutmegs, but he couldn't do anything. I really don't know. Is he giving that a foul because the arm up in his face, or...
I mean, I think that might be reputational there from Ryan Yates, because he is such a thug in central midfield. And so because of that, I think, it's Ryan Yates, must have been a foul. I wouldn't be surprised.
Right, OK.
It's a free kick on the left-hand side end line, quite close to the penalty area. 29 minutes played, the score is 1-1 between Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. The previous free kick from this sort of area was a pass straight to Ahmad, who took a strike at goal. He's still hovering around that area, Ahmad Diallo.
Problem is no one can actually go out there and mark him, because it's a waste if they go out there. It would allow something else to happen in the box if someone was to go and stand directly on top of him, because he's right in the corner of the D on the right-hand side.
Garnacho on the edge as well to pass to. Cross this time towards the back post, away by Gibbs-White, further away from the head of Anderson. Next ball is won by Manchester United. Garnacho finds Bruno Fernandes, chops in field, dummies to cross, still carries, maybe should have crossed it. It is now delivered in, it's away from the forehead of Milenkovic. Breaks again to Manchester United. They just seem to have bodies over on that side. Now Garnacho has dived for a foul, and Jota Silva is adjudged to have fouled him. And he's going to get a yellow card as well for multiple fouls. That's not a foul, ref.
No, I'm not a fan of this referee, by the way. He can't help himself with bookings him. That's poor from the referee.
It's Darren England, the referee, and well, there's a little tug on the shirt, but then Garnacho jumps to ground. He's still got the ball, but he wants the free kick, and there we are. I suppose it is a foul in the way football is now. Jota Silva, by the way, still bleeding profusely from his mouth after he got a whack by accident from Matthijs de Ligt about 5 minutes ago, and he's just wiped the blood on his shirt. If the referee sees that, he'll have to go off to get a new one. You're not, by laws of the game, allowed to play with blood on your shirt. Helps if you're playing in a red shirt, I guess, and not a sky blue one.
Unfair advantage.
I don't know why that is. Whether it's offensive to people or something. I don't know.
I think that's what it. I think it is. I think that's the reason.
People.
Don't want to offend anybody.
Free kick whipped in by Bruno Fernandes. That's away by Elliot Anderson. Good work there. There was a United player on his shoulder to maybe turn that ball home. Could have been Hoyland, I think, who made the near post run. Corner kick.
Because he'd made that first run across, and he was going to get that. If Anderson doesn't get that, and it goes to Hoyland, I don't know what happens next, but it definitely gets to him.
Second corner kick of the game for Manchester United. Cleared away at the near post, and the referee has given a foul to Forest somewhere in there. Trying to make up for something, no doubt. And that's now a free kick for Forest in their own box. Not really threatening from those sort of scenarios this season, Manchester United. They had a good routine earlier with the ball at feet, but, you know, Arsenal and Forest in this game, centre-halves forward, pop it on their heads. Everton, of course, do it really well. They've got some big centre-halves, Manchester United. I wonder if that will be more part of their game moving forward.
I think it has to be, and I mean, I was fortunate to play with something like Steve Bruce, and Steve Bruce was excellent. I mean, he went one season at United, he scored 16 league goals.
We'll come back to that as Forest have a chance here with Jota Silva. Takes a shot at goal, that's blocked by De Ligt on the way through. That was just a pump up field, a flick on and a shot. It was nearly 2-1.
It's just De Ligt, a bad ball, tried to hit ball with the outside of his foot. And I tell you, he makes up for it by getting that block on. Don't know what he was trying with that pass through the middle from with the outside of his foot, but they are causing their own problems.
This corner kick on the attacking left-hand side for Nottingham Forest as the rain continues to fall heavily in Manchester. Doesn't it always? Oh! Ball towards the near post, goes right through. Jota Silva, Murillo puts it wide. And the Forest fans thought that had gone in. I thought it had gone in, but he's missed the target.
Well, that's the second corner. When the ball goes straight across the 6-yard box, inside the 6-yard box, Jota Silva retrieves it at the back of the 6-yard box, and Morello catches it with T. He doesn't catch it well, but it's only about an inch outside the post.
I think Nuno, we're just seeing the replay, I think he thought it had gone in for a second. He's done the
3 set pieces they've had, 2 corners and a free kick, and it could have been 3 goals.
They are very good at them, Nottingham Forest.
Or is it just United are poor defending them?
As much as we could criticise that, there's good play there from Forest. Play to your strengths, and they have so far. It's 1-1 in the 34th minute here at Old Trafford, Premier League Live. Tom Rennie and Paul Parker with you. Stay with us at half-time. We'll review the day so far, where there's been some really interesting games and surprising scorelines. Euro right to Diallo. On the halfway line, Ahmed Diallo will find Lenny Euro. Big money signing in the summer for Manchester United, just being eased into the team after getting injured almost immediately. Have you seen much of Lenny Euro that you like?
I haven't seen enough yet. I mean, he came on a sub the other day. I need to see a few more games. I just need to know exactly what is his best position in the back line. Is he better in the middle, or is he one of the 3?
Does feel like that is something that the manager will want to work out. On the right-hand side today, on the other side of the field, it's a Forest throw, which they have won after some untidy possession from Manchester United. Ola Aina has a long throw on him, and I think they're going to try and utilise it here, Nottingham Forest. Sent Milenkovic forward, who scored the opening goal for Forest a couple of minutes in. Winding up a throw. Dummies to throw it long, then goes to Elliot Anderson, back to Ola Aina. No one's there for him, so he has to go further back to Murillo. Reverse pass into Elliot Anderson, tries a shot, that's blocked. That'll be a corner kick to Forest. Lovely interplay. Murillo's a good footballer.
Oh, he's a good player. I mean, for such a big man as well. Colossal size of a man, I should say.
He's very wide, isn't he?
Very wide.
Milenkovic and Murillo, pretty scary looking central defensive partnership coming forward for this corner kick. Murillo does wear double XL shorts though, for inexplicable reasons. They're almost down by his ankles.
Well, he's pulling them down, they're hanging on his hip.
Looks like he's got sails on. That's a poor delivery towards the near post. Bruno Fernandes away. Recovered by Nico Williams for Forest. Halfway line is Aina, who wants to run away from Ugarte. He's done all right there, but under pressure finds Anderson. Then back to Aina. Then he has to find Sells. Midway inside his own half, the Forest keeper spins one forward. De Ligt beats Wood to the ball in the air, but it's broken to Forest in midfield. Anderson, the summer signing from Newcastle United. On this near side is Williams, then Murillo with his giant shorts. Down the line to Jota Silva, now on the left-hand side. Finds Nico Williams, trying to find the feet of Chris Wood, but Wood had pulled away, and Manchester United have the ball now with Bruno Fernandes, the captain. Waits to find the right pass, goes cross-field, risky. One back by Ola Aina, here's Gibbs wide. Hudson-Odoi now on the right-hand side, ball at feet, cuts it back. Finds Rasmus Højlund back defending. Not a great ball there from Hudson-Odoi. At the other end, it's United breaking with Bruno Fernandes poking one down the line to Alejandro Garnacho. 37 minutes gone, 1-1. Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes on the edge, left-hand side. Alejandro Garnacho with the shot, but rather weak, and it spins into the waiting and grateful arms of Matt Sells in goal.
That was just, again, another poor decision to shoot at goal rather than pass to his teammate. I've just seen... Just there showing Højlund just there with his fingers on the side of his head saying to think about it. What was he doing there?
Interesting game this. Forest still very much in it. When the game opens up a bit, it does seem like it favours Manchester United. And here is Bruno Fernandes, who's been outstanding in the game so far. You won't believe this, folks. Ryan Yates was near him and he kicked him.
He caught him, didn't he? But the thing that hurts me is Fernandes has gone down, he's waving his arms, and he's looking at the referee and pointing towards towards Ryan Yates and virtually saying, you've got to book him. I think, where is that suddenly coming to the game to chase bookings? And the reason why is because they're looking to get someone on yellow cards, because that generally means that managers will panic and take them off.
To be fair, Ryan Yates is a walking yellow card. It astonishing.
Yeah, but that wasn't a typical Ryan Yates kind of challenge.
Do you think it was a yellow card?
What, that? No, it's not a yellow card, no.
You're too generous.
No, I'm not generous, I'm just trying to be logical.
Free kick, Bruno Fernandes, left-hand side, deep delivery. Dallo is there, Sells had to dive out on the end line to get there. Breaks to De Ligt, that's a good delivery. Brilliant header away by Yates. Anderson and Hudson-Odoi will look to bring Forest upfield. Long towards Jota Silva, intercepted by Bruno Fernandes. Really clever reverse pass from Ugarte, gets United moving again. Fernandes, can't turn Milenkovic, good defending there.
Oh,
referee, for goodness sake.
That's terrible from the referee. That was poor play from Højlund. What he tried to do, he's just read what he's going to do.
It's a tackle.
It's a tackle, and Højlund falls over. Højlund should be standing there, strong as anything, using that big physical presence to stay on his feet, and he gets a cheap foul given to him.
Even if he goes down, it doesn't matter. There's no foul there.
No.
Højlund tried to turn left. Milenkovic stepped in and won the ball. There's going to be a physical collision at that point because people exist.
Yeah.
Terrible refereeing from Darren England, not for the first time tonight. And it has given Manchester United a brilliant opportunity here on the edge for Bruno Fernandes, who looks in really good nick, I've got to say, the Manchester United captain. Been involved in everything good about the home side tonight. And he is over this ball. It's left of centre. It's 5 yards away or so from the penalty area. 4-man wall for Forest, and then a 2-man wall for Manchester United. Elliot Anderson laying on the ground as the draft excluder. I've never seen someone hit the draft excluder, so I don't know why people keep doing it.
I've got no idea.
Anyway, I can't change everything. Bruno Fernandes over this for Manchester United. It's up, it's down, it's off the bar. May have hit the wall on the way through.
I think the goalkeeper's pushed that up against the underneath of the bar.
Here they come again. Bruno Fernandes tries a cross on the far side. He's falling over in the Manchester rain, and the cross is weak. And Forest can maybe counter here with Hudson-Odoi over the top to Jota Silva, but he's not going to get on the end of this. Ugarte will cut it out and knock it back to Onana. Onana will then find a release to Lenny Yoro. United carry it to the halfway line, but then they slow things down. 5 minutes remaining until the half-time whistle here. Bruno Fernandes back to Yoro. Will he be happy, Ruben Amorim, do you think, with his team's performance?
I think he has to be, because I think this is their best 45 minutes I think he would have seen. I know they conceded the first goal, but they're back in. As a team, I think this is the best they've been. Quite controlled in everything they've done, and they've created opportunities as well.
Here's Ugarte winning the ball back and trying to create another opportunity. Forward ball to Garnacho. Ola Aina's header back to the goalkeeper was slightly mishit, shall we say.
Misheaded.
It does find Sells.
Misheaded.
You hit it with your head, can't you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it hit with your head.
Misheaded?
I've just made that up, though, because it's not a mishit, is it?
I wouldn't put that on your Scrabble board, mate. I don't know about that. We're seeing a replay, though. You were right about that save from Sells. It hits the wall, and then he fingertips it onto the crossbar.
I don't play Scrabble.
Because of the big words.
Let it go, Tom.
Let it go. 7 points. On the far side is Jota Silva driving forward. He's got space. He's taken too long. Bruno Fernandes and Dallo got back to him. Ryan Yates on the ball now. Down the line to Gibbs-White, who's been quiet today, the playmaker for Forest. Yates has kept that on. Old Trafford didn't like it on the sideline, right-hand side. Down the line to Jota Silva, has been so involved in the game, I've got to say. The budget Jack Grealish lookalike. He's got a big old fat lip as well he's playing with.
He certainly has, and but be honest, he's been more in the game since he's taken the whack in the face.
That's what you need sometimes.
Yeah.
Little slap, slap, boom. Get you going in the morning.
Didn't the French
don't do it. Don't say it. Don't get us in trouble.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air sing a song like that. Was that
it's
one
a
of his...
throw into Nottingham Forest, which Olaina has taken. It's gone straight into touch. What's your favourite song by the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, would you say? And Jazzy Jeff?
Jazzy Jeff, yeah, that was great, that.
We think summertime, Producer James says summertime.
No, I like the one with
Boom Boom Shake the Room.
Yeah. That was around there in the 90s.
Need a little Boom Boom Shake the Room, didn't they, around here? That's what you need sometimes. Get yourself going. Name a third song by the Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff on that TalkSport Live. Anybody, if you can. Or don't. Well, do what you want. We've got to do the game here. Delict on the ball. Trying to carry it forward. Finds Lisandro Martinez, left-hand side, approaching the halfway line. So far, it's been a good night for the Fresh Prince of Old Trafford, Ruben Amorim. Hey? Could use that later.
Yeah, I like that. That was good.
Won't make any sense out of context, though. So if you weren't with us for this 3 minutes, it'd be bizarre.
Totally.
So if they score now, I'm going to use it. Otherwise, I'm moving on. I don't think they're going to score now, Paul.
No, they're not going to score at the moment.
What do you make of this, playing it around the three centre-halves?
If it drags them out.
Oh, brilliant for Bruno Fernandes. Controls, turns and passes away from Elliot Anderson. That's a strong challenge from Nico Williams, which the referee hasn't given a free kick for, which is quite surprising. He has given this powder puff challenge from Kobbie Mainoo as a free kick. I'm not sure he knows what a free kick is.
He doesn't. I mean, I've seen him. He's one of the poorest referees, and he goes around, and he's just always miserable.
Joe on social media says, "Parents just don't understand" is a banger from Will Smith as the Fresh Prince.
Really? I'm going to have to look. Parents just don't understand.
Parents just don't understand. Was that Jazzy Jeff era? Joe, let us know.
No, I don't. I'm not getting that song as it goes. I can't.
No?
No.
You would too, was he shaking the room? That's the trouble. Long clearance here from Sells, the Licks header. Going to go all the way back to Anana. Game's gone a little bit flat, which is why we're meandering on songs by the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Just 1 minute added on as well. Not enough time to listen to one verse of Summertime.
I think he made the right decision to go into films, didn't he, really?
Will Smith?
Yeah.
I've seen his films.
No? You're not having them?
Independence Day is very good, I've got to say. And it's all gone well since Man United's Independence Day from Erik ten Hag. Huh? Professionalism. Here's Anana. Outside of his penalty area, ball at feet, it's all got very slow motion. Adam has also said parents just don't understand. Apparently it's a big hit.
Yeah.
Commentators just don't understand. Delict is at walking pace, ball at feet. In their own half here, United, where they've been for about 40 seconds. Forward now towards Garnacho, who jumps the ground and gets the free kick. That'll be the third or fourth foul that Ryan Yates has done. No yellow card for him. I think that was another one that wasn't quite a foul, but I don't know. Free kick taken quickly, intercepted well by Jota. Silva, and then Morgan Gibbs-White can bring it away for Forest. On towards Aina, challenged by Bruno Fernandes, given away by Fernandes to a slide challenge from Gibbs-White. And that will be that. A first half of a couple of goals, a few key moments, but no one in the lead. Milenkovic with the opening strike after 2 minutes. His header from a corner. Manchester United came on strong after that and levelled after 18 minutes through Rasmus Højlund. Both teams have hit the bar, but no one has scored since. At the break, it's Manchester United 1, Nottingham Forest 1. You're listening to Premier League Live.
For the first time ever, 12 schools will compete for college football's national championship.
Back to throw. Gabriel steps up, gonna run. Got him.
The first half is in the books. Thank you for hanging out with us here on Sons of a Pitch Soccer Central for Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. Please do yourself a favor. If you play EAFC, we're going to be doing a lot of EAFC content here on the channel moving forward with True Killer, a professional top 200 EAFC player. If you want to elevate your team, I did it. I reached out to him on Twitter, sent him a DM. We ended up working out the details. He took over my team to play on Sunday, and my God, the rewards were amazing. By 3 weeks in, we had a rank 1 team every single week for the rest of the season. You want to get those real rewards? Go talk to True right now. DM on Twitter or on Discord and go get your team elevated to the next level in EAFC 25. We've got the new promo out. It's okay. It's not the best, but it should be a good one. So get in now so you can get those rewards before Team of the Year in just a few weeks' time. True, you're the man. Thank you for tearing up our team and making it a really, really good team. Now let's get back to the action in the second half. Fill those drinks up, and we'll see you back in there.
How's it going, my fellow Manchester United and SOP fans? Hope everyone is enjoying the stream this evening. This is a massive, massive game, as I said at the start of the stream, because it's Manchester United versus Arsenal. We need to get these 3 points, so hopefully we have a good second half here under the new manager, Ruben Amorim. Now, I am here to offer a service to you guys. What I do is take people's teams on EAFC 25, starting from ground zero all the way to the top, by offering a Division Rivals or FUT Champion service, or for some people, both. Now, what this means is I get the highest ranks in Division Rivals and FUT Champions. DM me on Twitter. My Twitter is @TrueKiller_. I'm sure it's in the description. You can see me in the chat. But come on, United, let's go.
Software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. Sign up today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Soccer's new frontier starts here. New Ground will deliver untold stories and a fresh perspective on the beautiful game.
The biggest burden in terms of integrating a player into a locker room, the biggest burden is always on the new player.
Listen to New Ground with me, Alan Hopkins Jr., and Jalil Anibaba Thursday evenings, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on SiriusXM FC 157 and available anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Half-time on Premier League Live. It's Manchester United against Nottingham Forest. Corner comes in, and that's an early goal. And it's Milenkovic with a firm header from 6 yards out. Brilliant delivery, and Milenkovic is there to power that ball home for his first Premier League goal for Nottingham Forest.
Just naive defending, and it was just a typical, just a corner. There was nothing different about it. Someone just made a run. Milenkovic has just made a run across everybody and just had the desire to want to get to the ball. And that's all you need. He's gone and done it, and that's why Forest have gone 1-0 up.
Bruno Fernandes, smart ball round the corner. Ugarte is the man breaking, and he's slipping a pass forward to Garnacho. That's saved by the goalkeeper. Breaks to Rasmus Højlund, and Højlund turns it home for the leveller for Manchester United. Lovely Amorim football.
Garnacho's first touch wasn't the best. Put it too far in front of himself, and he gets out of jail because Højlund is just behind.
Free kick by Murillo, delivered deep. That's one. Chance for Jota Silva. He's hit the crossbar.
What a great header that was. It wasn't so much about the power, it was just the way he's just got onto it, and he was like virtually guiding it towards that top left-hand corner.
Ball towards the near post, goes right through. Jota Silva, Murillo puts it wide. And the Forest fans thought that had gone in. I thought it had gone in, but he's missed the target.
I tell you, he doesn't catch it well, but it's only about an inch outside the post.
Bruno Fernandes over this for Manchester United. It's up, it's down, it's off the bar. And that's the story of it at half-time. It's 1-1 between Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. Paul Parker, Premier League winner, is alongside me. Interesting game. Both have had their moments, but both not at their absolute best as well. What do you make to it?
Well, I think if we talk about United, I mean, their bar's quite low at the moment. So for me, that was quite a competent performance in the first half. Except from the dead balls defending is poor. There's no one leading the way there. No one's really grabbing hold of it. And that's where they're really vulnerable at the moment. But I think if you look at Forest will be content with that performance. As an away side, you say that's decent. You got yourself in front. You look at the goal they conceded. You turn around and say, you can always say you can do better, but I'm sure Nuno will be saying maybe you could squeeze up a bit higher rather than sitting deep and allowing United to get behind you so easy in and around the box. But I think everyone be happy the way this game is going for United and believing they can go and score another goal. But as we see it, Forest have got another goal in them.
Paul Parker, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. Elsewhere today in the Premier League, busy old day, but the Merseyside derby didn't go ahead. That was called off earlier today because of Storm Dara. That will be rescheduled. The final Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. What a shame that we didn't get that game today, but we did get Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0, Brentford 4, Newcastle United 2, Crystal Palace 2, Manchester City 2. Let's put some meat on the bones of those scorelines and start at Selhurst Park. Palace against City. Toby Gillis. After beating Nottingham Forest, Pep asked for us to judge if City are back on the next game. It's not just the result here that tells us they're not. Always neat and tidy, of course, but Palace's press worked to a T and they opened the scoring as early as the 4th minute. A special pass from central out wide to Daniel Munoz by Will Hughes, and the Colombian tore through to bury low past Stefan Ortega, though the German's soft paw at it had to be stronger. It started to feel like another of those days when Kevin De Bruyne's through ball found Erling Haaland one-on-one, but his shot was saved by the face of Dean Henderson, and then Gundogan's beautiful volley rolled off the post. But on the half hour, a towering Haaland header did level things up, and City began to take control. Palace, though, found a way ahead again in the second half. A breakaway on the counter ending in a corner, which Hughes delivered, and Lacroix opened his Premier League account with a free header. City's second leveller came from Rico Lewis, a lovely move sending him through. He's only scored 3 times in the Premier League, all of them against Palace, but he went hero to villain later on. A second yellow with 6 to play, leaving City's bid for victory in tatters, and Palace didn't quite have enough to win it themselves. The slump continues, but arguably this is drop points for both. Crystal Palace 2, Manchester City 2. Incredible story what's happening at Manchester City right now. As you know, they find themselves 4th in the table, 27 points. That's 8 points, 9 points. How's your maths? 8 points? It's 8, right? You're meant to know these things, James, alongside me. It's 8 points behind Liverpool at top of the table, who have played a game less. Elsewhere today, let's get to the game between Brentford and Newcastle. Another thriller at the G-Tech. John Howick.
Brentford 4, Newcastle 2. The unbeatable Bees continue their fine home form with the first Premier League win over Newcastle. The first half was like a basketball game with end-to-end action. It didn't take long for Brentford to take the lead through Brian Mbeumo's effort from the edge of the box after just 8 minutes, only to be cancelled out though minutes later when Alexander Isak was able to divert a Jacob Murphy shot with a diving header to make it 1-1. Johan Visser then reinstated the Bees' lead before the half-hour mark, latching onto a mistake by Harvey Barnes with a well-taken top corner finish, only for Barnes to respond for Newcastle again moments later, turning in the box and finding the bottom corner to make it 2-2 in the first half. Brentford, though, retook the lead in the second as Flecken's floated free kick went over the Newcastle defence and was slotted home by centre-back Nathan Collins to make it 3-2. And after the Magpies faded in the second half, it was Kevin Schade off the bench in the 90th minute who lifted the ball over Nick Pope from close range to seal all 3 points and move Brentford into the top 6. Final score, Brentford 4, Newcastle 2.
John, thank you. What about Villa against Southampton? Matt Drabble.
Rock bottom Southampton travel to Villa winless in 14 away from home. For some sides, that might spark a safer approach, or perhaps some pragmatism. Not for Russell Martin's Saints. Although their football at times was pretty, they sailed close to the wind amidst the brutal weather of Storm Darragh. Saints held firm for 24 minutes but ran out of luck when John Duran scooped up the ball on halfway and raced clear to give Villa the lead on his 50th Premier League appearance. The second half was as uneventful as they come in the top flight. Saints struggled to create anything worthy of note and finished the 90 minutes without a single shot on target. 1-0 leads are supposed to be nervy in the Premier League. It was anything but for Villa, who could have added a second, third, fourth or even fifth with more clinical decision-making from sub Ollie Watkins. Aston Villa are up to 5th. Southampton, you guessed it, still bottom of the pile.
Yep, I guessed it. Matt, thank you. Seems unlikely they're going to be winning a game anytime soon. Southampton 5 points from 15, adrift by 8 points, 5-13, easily done. That's Leicester City, who are outside the bottom 3 as well right now. Tomorrow, our 2 feature games. The early game, Fulham against Arsenal, Ben Jacobs, Rufus Brevett. That's followed by Tottenham against Chelsea. What a game that is. John Howick and Chris Perry, your commentary team for that. Also tomorrow, Ipswich against Bournemouth and Leicester against Brighton. And Monday Night Football is West Ham United under Juan Lopetegui up against Gary O'Neill's Wolverhampton Wanderers. Join us for that. Half-time here, 1-1 between Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. Second half to come. Stay with us. You're listening to Premier League Live.
Previously on White and Jordan.
Good morning, my good friend. You're looking very healthy this morning. A bit more colour about the gills.
Shocking the rest of the week then.
Double trouble, daily drama and searing debate.
We're just going to do what we do.
Yes.
We're better than everybody else.
Yeah.
And here it is, the living proof of it.
Absolutely right.
Jim White and Simon Jordan.
He loves a showdown, a street fight.
Continues weekday mornings from 10 on Talk Sport.
Hello, this is Álvaro Romeo. This is the podcast Universo Premier League. Let's go.
Pienso en Declan Rice, pienso en el entrenador que tiene el Arsenal y el fútbol que despliega y me parecen que encajan perfecto.
Podemos decir del momento de Grealish, probablemente uno de los mejores defensores con balón.
El domingo en Wembley hablamos con Casemiro.
Quien me conoce se sabe que voy por un balón como si fuera un plato de comida.
Joelinton nos atendió al final del partido.
Sí, muy triste, pero tienen que levantar la cabeza.
This season, don't forget to listen to the podcast Universo Premier League.
Reasons to like TalkSport. 1, 2, 3. A bit of Simon Jordan, the hottest news from F1, the latest transfer deals done. Hawks me.
Now these were the swinging 70s, and
Tony.
The first half is in the books. Thank you for hanging out with us here on Sons of a Pitch Soccer Central for Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. Please do yourself a favor. If you play EAFC, we're going to be doing a lot of EAFC content here on the channel moving forward with True Killer, a professional top 200 EAFC player. If you want to elevate your team, I did it. I reached out to him on Twitter, sent him a DM. We ended up working out the details. He took over my team to play on Sunday, and my God, the rewards were amazing. By 3 weeks in, we had a rank 1 team every single week for the rest of the season. You want to get those real rewards? Go talk to True right now. DM on Twitter or on Discord and go get your team elevated to the next level in EAFC 25. We've got the new promo out. It's okay. It's not the best, but it should be a good one. So get in now so you can get those rewards before Team of the Year in just a few weeks' time. True, you're the man. Thank you for tearing up our team and making it a really, really good team. Now let's get back to the action in the second half. Fill those drinks up and we'll see you back in there.
How's it going, my fellow Manchester United and SOP fans? Hope everyone is enjoying the stream this evening. This is a massive, massive game, as I said at the start of the stream, because it's Manchester United versus Arsenal. We need to get these 3 points, so hopefully we have a good second half here under the new manager, Ruben Amorim. Now, I am here to offer a service to you guys. What I do is take people's teams on EAFC 25, starting from ground zero all the way to the top, by offering a Division Rivals or FUT Champion service, or for some people, both. Now, what this means is I get the highest ranks in Division Rivals and FUT Champions. DM me on Twitter. My Twitter is @TrueKiller_. I'm sure it's in the description. You can see me in the chat. But come on, United. Let's go.
Starting with Manchester United, Andre Onana in goal across the back three, Lisandro Martinez, Mateus de Ligt and Lenny Yoro on the left, Diogo Dallo, the right Amad Diallo, Kobbie Mainoo and Manuel Ugarte central midfield. Supporting Rasmus Højlund, the striker, Alejandro Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes. On the bench, Altay Bayindir, the goalkeeper, Nusa Mazraoui, Harry Maguire, Mason Mount, Marcus Rashford, Joshua Zirkzee, Tyrell Malacia, Christian Eriksen, Casemiro. As for Nottingham Forest, Matt Sells in goal across the back line, Nico Williams, Murillo, Nikola Milenkovic, the goal scorer, and Ola Aina. Midfield, Elliot Anderson, Ryan Yates. The striker is Chris Wood. The three behind him are Jota Silva, Morgan Gibbs-White, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Yellow card has been given for Jota Silva in the first half. On the bench, it's Carlos Miguel, Morato, Taiwo Awoniyi, Harry Toffolo, Nicolas Dominguez, James Ward-Prowse, Anthony Elanga, Ramon Sosa and Willy Bolly. Darren England, the referee. Paul Tierney is the VAR. We're underway in the second half with Manchester United attacking the goal away to our left. Red shirts, white shorts and black socks. Nottingham Forest kick the other way in an all sky blue strip. It's an early attack here for Manchester United, which Ugarte is leading here. Finds a pass left to Dallo, further into Garnacho's run, left end line. I think he was considering doing something skillful on the end line there, but changed his mind. Maybe a Rabona or something.
He did exactly the same thing at the Emirates midweek. He did exactly the same thing, almost in that same area, and takes the ball out for a goal kick. He just needed to swing it out with his left foot. That's all he needed to do, rather than trying to do tricks.
Didn't fancy it there. The winger over on that left-hand side. And that leads to a goal kick, but a strong start from Manchester United there. A kick from right to left as we are looking in this second period. Ball is with Matt Sells, all in yellow, away to our left, under pressure from Rasmus Højlund. Kicked into touch for a throw-in, which is taken quickly by Manchester United. It's Amad Diallo. So Manuel Ugarte driving through a gap. Taken off his toes by the captain Bruno Fernandes. Yoro will find a pass back to De Ligt. To Anana, all in purple in the D, outside of his own penalty area. Ball at feet, finds Lisandro Martinez. Ball back in today for Harry Maguire, who sits on the bench for Manchester United today. Forest have won the ball back and they've got a chance here with Morgan Gibbs-White. Drives at goal and it's gone through the goalkeeper. Well, Manchester United were playing around their own half with the ball under no pressure. Won back by Forest. And that is a brilliant counter punch from Nuno's side. Morgan Gibbs-White with the drive, and it goes through Anana. He can't believe it. We can't believe it. It's 2-1 to Nottingham Forest.
Well, almost deja vu the first half, to be perfectly honest. United, their own worst enemies. Fernandes, I don't know what he was trying to do with that flick to Euro. Euro, I wonder what you're doing, running on, pushing on like that so early in the second half. Sit and watch the game a little while, see how it settles out, and it moves the ball, to be honest. Do you think that ball shifted?
A little bit.
From left to right, and it's done the keeper. His feet are planted.
I'm not sure it changed postcodes, though. That should be saved, shouldn't it?
I think it should be saved somehow, but the way he's positioned, his feet are set, he just can't move again. Something out of nothing, and now we have to say that United fans, they're hoping that they can replicate what happened in the first half and get themselves back into the game.
We go again, with Forest leading again early in the half. And Manchester United will need to respond once again. Bruno Fernandes had lots of success in the first half playing that exact ball, but maybe 10, 20 yards too deep to do that there in the opening exchanges of this half. Is that what costs him? Just bad judgment, doing it in the wrong place?
Comes off, you say fine, but it just didn't need a flick. He could have actually just set his body, turn his body around and pass it direct to him.
And a foul on the halfway line by Diallo was the man closest, potentially Garnacho. Either way, it's a free kick to Forest on the halfway line. Second Premier League goal of the season for Morgan Gibbs-White, who I think will feel he could have struck that a bit better. Even though it span nicely in the air away from the goalkeeper, it was still basically at Anana, whose save percentage is really good this season. He's made some exceptional stops for United. I was reading something earlier on in terms of high quality, unexpected saves. Only one goalkeeper in Europe statistically better than him this season. Do you know who it is?
Are you going to tell me David De Gea?
It's David De Gea at Fiorentina. Yeah. Exactly right. Deep delivery here from the free kick towards Milenkovic, who's won the second header. Ball breaks to Ryan Yates, who loops it forward. Bruno Fernandes volleys clear to Garnacho. Under pressure here from two Forest players. The challenge comes in from Jota Silva, and it's out of play for a throw to United left-hand side. 50 minutes gone, 5 of the second half. Manchester United 1, Nottingham Forest 2. Not what would have been in the half-time plans of Ruben Amorim, as Kobbie Mainoo does brilliantly there to break through a crowd and finds Ahmad on the outside, who takes a shot at goal, but this shot directly at the goalkeeper is saved by Sells.
I mean, that was good work by Mainoo, and he gets out to Ahmad. Ahmad steps inside Nico Williams, but it was a tame shot in the end.
Gibbs-White with a poke right to Ola Aina. Della well out of position, and it means Aina can get towards the penalty area. Cross comes in, Chris Wood at the back post with a tap towards goal, but it's just off target, and that is a huge let-off for Manchester United.
I don't know how much he knew about that, Chris Wood. I don't know if he's actually tried to shoot or not, or whether he's tried to take it down. He steps away from his man. Oh, he did. He had a snap. He just a short backlift, a little stab on the instep, and he was just looking to tuck it in that near post.
That was a really big opportunity for Chris Wood to score his 10th goal in the Premier League this season. That is a man in fine form that I would have expected to score. I think he would have expected to score. At the other end, here come Manchester United. Diallo on the end line, found by Bruno Fernandes, held up by Nico Williams. He comes away with it, the Forest fullback. Challenge on him by Bruno Fernandes. The throw has gone United's way. Bruno into Ahmad. Ahmad into Kobe Mainu in the box, out of his feet, driving at the penalty spot. Challenge on him, that's been blocked. Breaks to Rasmus Højlund, who tried to lob the goalkeeper. Missed that opportunity, blocked on its way through. Corner kick.
Yeah, they've made something out of nothing there. Mainu's done really well here. The ball wasn't the best given to him by Ahmad. He's had to stretch slightly, gets himself out of it. And Højlund has tried to stab it on the outside his foot, a goal, but it takes a nick off a Forest defender and goes out for the corner.
Yeah, looks like Milenkovic got a block on that little prod from Rasmus Højlund. And that's the corner kick on the left-hand side, which Bruno Fernandes will take. Third corner of the match for Manchester United. Right-footed delivery towards the near post, punched in the air by Sells. Ugarte wins the next header, back header, recovered by Garnacho, left-hand side. Bruno Fernandes makes a run, then stops that run. Garnacho makes the pass. Nico Williams protects the ball out over the end line for a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, he's made a run, Fernandes, but he sees the full, I think it was the fullback sitting in the hole, and that's why he stopped his run. He didn't just see it, Garnacho, he just saw the initial run and didn't have a look at the picture what was in front of him.
Just seeing another replay on our monitors of the goal from Gibbs White. The ball is undoubtedly swinging and spinning a bit, but it's still very central, the position the ball actually goes in the net.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Onana's going to get much protection for that one.
No, I don't think so either.
He does drop a clanger every now and then, doesn't he, Onana, despite the better form we've seen this season. Can his teammates get him back in the game here? Cross comes in, cleared away. Breaks to Ugarte on the edge. Brings it down nicely, driving forward. Challenge on him by Yates is a fair one, says the referee, just about. Forest try and counter on the right-hand side with Jota Silva. That's a really good ball. They've got 4 against 3 here, Forest. Gibbs White gets away from Lisandro Martinez. 3 in the box to cross to. Away by De Ligt's head. Anderson wins the next ball. Jota Silva now takes over. Forest looks sharper. Gibbs White's delivery towards the back post. Chris Wood! It's in! It's in! It's Chris Wood with a trademark header at the back post. Magnificent from Nottingham Forest. 10th league goal of the season for Chris Wood at the back post. There'll be further questions of the back three. There'll be further questions of Onana. But Nottingham Forest do not care about that. They lead at Old Trafford by 3-1.
Well, I'm just trying to understand. That ball comes in, it goes out wide to Gibbs White. He puts a cross into the far post. Woods pulls away from Euro, and the keeper's got to be better than that. I'm sorry, that header back wasn't a header in a good direction. I think he's trying to head it across there for Anderson, but it goes towards goal, but he's got to go and demand that. I think Onana, he's got to go and get the ball. He's thinking, so if he's going wide, he's leaving it. Don't leave it for anybody. Go and grab it. Martinez has gone to the back post, and he's there, and he's waiting for the goalkeeper in the end. He's annoyed with himself because he should have gone and dealt with it in the end.
Chris Wood becomes the top scorer for Nottingham Forest in Premier League history, overtaking the record he levelled with Brian Roy, who was part of a brilliant Forest team in the 1990s. Came third in 95, I think, Nottingham Forest, before top 4 was a thing. And Chris Wood is up there with those legends. Oh, Onana's giving the ball away, and they're in again here, Forest. Gibbs White, Jota Silva on the right, crosses blocked by the retreating Ugarte. Well, Onana is all over the place right now for Manchester United. That's been given as a goal kick. He's just given the ball straight to Gibbs White, and they were nearly in again.
Put all the stats away about how well he's done this season. He's getting back to what he was last season, to be perfectly honest. That was a shambles again. We talk about him being good with his feet. I'd rather him be a good goalkeeper and stopping the ball going in his net. Why is he trying to play out all the time? Sometimes change it up and go beyond. I still don't get this thing about worrying about goalkeepers being good with their feet.
Well, don't worry, he's not. As Anderson has fouled Bruno Fernandes here on the halfway line. Ruben Amorim is up on the edge of his technical area. Welcome to Manchester United. Going to be a big job here for the now former Sporting Club de Portugal manager. You can't just come in and here's my new formation and fix everything. And they're once again on the back foot. Hudson-Odoi finds Jota Silva. Back to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now Gibbs White with some nice ball control to a point. until he overruns it and gives it to Ugarte. Break on here for Manchester United. Nuno won't be happy with how many players Forest have got forward. Challenged by Yates. Referee says foul. I mean, I know he does a lot of fouls, but every now and then it's a tackle. I don't know. That seemed like a poor decision there from the referee. United get on with it. Anderson now pressing Bruno Fernandes, who's fading in this game. And now the referee's given another free kick for Anderson being close by. I don't know. Come on, ref.
Doesn't help himself. He's very, very inconsistent in what he's done and the way he goes about a game.
Lisandro Martinez carrying United forward, left-hand side. They'll want to go as soon as possible here, United. That's a good delivery in from Dallo. It's away from Murillo. Controlled by Ugarte. Lenny Yoro will find a release to Amad Diallo. Corner of the area, right-hand side, up against Nico Williams. Helps it in field, but Yates intercepts, and the break is on again for Forest. They are brilliant at this, Nottingham Forest, when they win the ball back. He's taken on Ugarte, he's beaten him. He's taken on Yoro, he's beaten him. And he's still going, Hudson-Odoi, left-hand side, nearly by the corner flag now. Superb from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Anderson is the man supporting. It's into Nico Williams, and he's winding up a shot, and it's hit De Ligt on the way through. It breaks to Hudson-Odoi over on the far side. Diallo nowhere to be seen. Helped on towards Anderson. N9 left-hand side, cuts it back towards Wood. It's away as far as Gibbs White, who strikes the volley over the crossbar.
Yeah, they've just lost all their composure now, Manchester United. Going to have to be, well, it's happening now, there's a change.
It's Marcus Rashford coming on for Garnacho. Marcus Rashford, United's top scorer this season. Garnacho had some good and bad moments in the game. How much is the formation causing a problem here? They're obviously trying this 3-4-3 that the manager wants, but I mean, I would kind of question right now whether he has the players for it.
Oh, he definitely hasn't got the players who can fill all the positions he wants, and just look, it's just the defending. Defending's been poor from set pieces. From the goal, when you look at the goal, that was down to the goalkeeper. We could talk about the last two goals and question him. I'll question him definitely on the third one. But it's not... Systems are there, but it's players that make systems. It's players that actually make them good or bad. It's down to them. You ask them to do something, can they do it? Or can they do it well? And they're not doing it well.
Coming forward here with Amad Diallo. Good footwork in the box, cuts it back. On Yates and Ola Aina kind of got in each other's way, but they were able to work it out. Bruno Fernandes was close by, but never really got the run on the ball. Lovely footwork by Gibbs White to get Forest upfield.
And we've just seen now, cameras, it goes to Garnacho, and he's sitting down on the steps in front of everyone, and he's ripping off his tape around his legs and that, like somebody, who's been the best player on the pitch, and he's got a problem coming off. He's been one of the poor players.
There's so much space on the field right now for Nottingham Forest. They're in United territory, and they are purring with confidence right now, knocking the ball around. Gibbs White, no one's on him. Murillo, no one's on him. Here's Hudson-Odoi. They're in trouble here, Manchester United, and Forest know it. Can they capitalise, score a fourth that will really wrap this game up? Manchester United 1, Nottingham Forest 3. Premier League Live, reverse pass into Wood, who's in? Chris Wood! Oh, it's just gone wide.
Oh, he's offside. He was offside.
Span off De Ligt. Offside, said the assistant referee, but flag didn't go up initially, so I thought he might have timed it right, but on the replay, yeah, he is offside. Missed the target anyway, Chris Wood. 60 minutes gone, 3-1 Forest lead. This is a really uphill task now for Manchester United. It's a very, very good Forest defence they are up against here, who have been fantastic across the campaign. Just before tonight, 16 goals conceded in the 15 games, so that's 1 per game, which is a really good average in the Premier League. And it's the Forest fans in full voice, so what is Ruben Amorim going to do? He hasn't got Victor Gyökeres now to bail him out, as he would have had at Sporting. Here's Bruno Fernandes with a lovely volley pass out right to Amad. He's goal side of Nico Williams, who's trying to get back. Amad still carrying. Amad still going. Held up. Cut back. Bruno Fernandes gets Manchester United back into the game. Brilliant strike from the skipper. Edge of the area. Balls moving away from him, so it's not easy. Has to take it first time, and take it first time he does. Excellent finish. United back in the game, 2-3.
We're talking about excellent finish. It's just the fact that ball he played out there was absolutely exquisite to Diallo, and he's made that run into the box as well. And he's made one run, and he's had to change his run, move across to the front of the box to get it off of Diallo. Diallo's had to stretch back, but the way he's took it on the turn across his body, not a chance for the goalkeeper. A wonderful finish to the keeper's right-hand side.
Bruno Fernandes with a third goal in the Premier League this season. Had a game of highs and lows. Bruno Fernandes at the most significant high. And it's now very much game on. And Paul, we've got half an hour, just under, to play. Lots of time to go.
Lots of time for more goals.
Well, I mean, we expected goals, but the way it's gone, I've got to say, I'm surprised that some of the goals have gone in so easily, you know. There's another one there that Forest maybe could have dealt with earlier. Surprised how risky they were upfield with Nico Williams too.
Yeah.
At 3-1 up. Wasn't necessary. That may be what is Nuno's going to tell us post-match.
But you just look at that, and that's the first time Diallo's had the opportunity to go 1 against 1.
Here's Ryan Yates driving forward. Old Trafford not happy. They thought the ball had gone out over the sideline. Kept on by Jota Silva, said the assistant, on this near side. Into Gibbs White, who gets away from Ugarte. Wants a free kick. That's not given now by the referee. That's the kind of thing you were getting for a free kick in the first half. You know, fouls. Well, that hasn't been given. Yoro carries United forward, right-hand side. Short to Rashford. Might be his first touch, Rashford.
But Yoro's got no belief at the moment. He's sitting there very conservative with his passing. It's open up in front of him. He just wouldn't roll it to Diallo.
Boylan to Kobbie Mainoo. Loses out. One back well by Ugarte. Bruno Fernandes, left-hand side. Onto Dallo. Cross comes in. Deflected. Diallo tries the first-time effort at goal. Tricky one to strike. Did get it towards goal, but it's off target.
Again, it's got to him by good fortune in the end. Dallo's ball goes in, but he takes a touch. I think it is off the Forest defender. Don't know which one. Couldn't see the ball move so quickly. And Diallo's level with the far post, and he goes to hit it first time. Comes off his shin.
There's belief now in Manchester United. There wasn't before Bruno Fernandes got them back in the game. Nuno, no doubt the Forest boss will be frustrated they've allowed that to happen, as this long goal kick nearly finds Jota Silva. Martinez header away. Dallo cross-field towards Amad Diallo. First time round the corner. Very nice to Rashford. Up against Elliot Anderson. It looks like he's flagging a bit, the Forest number 8. Rashford, nice footwork. Takes him inside, then outside, but Anderson stops him going back outside. Now he's coming down the left wing. Bit blind. Challenged by Diallo and Rashford, and a play for a throw on the far side to Forest. 65 minutes gone. It's Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 3, and we're about to see the introduction of Harry Maguire. I just wonder whether it might be for Lenny Yoro over on that far side. He is a better pass with the ball than Lenny Yoro.
I just think, yeah, Mazraoui's there as well, so it's going to be 2 out of the back.
Delict as well, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
I doubt it'll be Martinez of the 3.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
We'll see shortly. Are they making the change now? Yes, they are. Delict going off for Maguire. And it is going to be Lenny Yoro, which we thought it might be. Nusa Mazraoui coming on. So the back line now, Martinez, Maguire and Mazraoui for Manchester United. There's a tongue twister for you.
Well, he's brought, definitely Mazraoui's come on to add a little bit more beef down the right-hand side, because he can get up and down. I think just on his first start, really, he was very conservative.
I'm surprised that Forest haven't made the changes yet. 1 or 2 players out there. Looking at Elliot Anderson, look like they're really just puffing heavily at the moment in central midfield, as United look over the top towards Rasmus Højlund, well read by the retreating Ola Aina. Heads it back towards Sells around the penalty spot. Sells forward. Lovely chest control by Chris Wood. Brilliant forwards play. He's then challenged by Mazraoui. It's off for a throw on the far side to Nottingham Forest. About 10 yards over the halfway line. They're winning by 3 goals to 2. 24 minutes and further additional time to play. Going down the line to Wood, round the corner towards Anderson. One back by Maguire and Mainu. It's a good header by Yates. Fernandez thinks he was elbowed there. Referee has stopped the play for a head injury, and Ryan Yates has kind of let the referee know what he thinks about that. It's not been given as a foul, it's just a drop ball. They'll get possession back. But not sure there's any sort of infringement in there at all, frankly.
Don't get me started on them ones.
Morato is about to come on, the Brazilian centre-half for Forest. Jota Silva is being withdrawn here, so it looks like they're going to 5 at the back, Forest.
He's another one as well. He's a good size as well, isn't he?
Big physical presence alongside Murillo and Milenkovic. That's not going to be easy to get past, but I mean, no surprise, I guess, that Nuno is going ultra defensive for the next half an hour or so, 25 minutes or so.
Yeah, he just wants hanging there. The problem is, though, there's still quite a way to go. You don't want to be sitting back and absorbing it, because something will give if you start sitting back in your box and hope that you can just defend that way. I'm not a big fan of when teams do that.
I think he's gonna.
Because you allow the opposition the opportunity to get on the ball in that final third and just keep going at you. Something gives in the end.
Well, it'll need to see Gibbs, White, Anderson, Yates carrying the ball upfield and relieving that pressure. Ball is with Diallo from Forest. Played the ball back to the goalkeeper from their free kick, which was cleared long, but Diallo has run straight out over the sideline with the ball at feet, and it's gone for a throw. We have got a really fascinating final 20 minutes and change here to come here on Premier League Live. Milenkovic gave Forest the lead in the second minute. Hoyland levelled things up in the 18th minute. Second half, Gibbs, White and Wood made it 3-1. Bruno got United back in the game. 7 minutes later on 62, we're now in the 69th. And it's anyone's ball game at the moment. Next goal, should there be one, is going to be absolutely critical. Martinez, lovely slip into Bruno Fernandes, tries to play it on to Hoyland, intercepted. Gibbs White wants to head back to the goalkeeper, he's calling him out, and he heads it back to him.
That was absolutely mad what he's done there. Gibbs White had to tell the goalkeeper come and get the ball off his header. The keeper should be able to see that. He can see everything behind him. He should be organising that for him.
They've got the job done, Gibbs White and Matt Sells. Long clearance, Wood loses out to Maguire. And now Man United can come forward with Mainu finding Bruno Fernandes. Diagonal cross field, trademark stuff from Bruno Fernandes, but that's well read from Nico Williams. Header goes down to Marcus Rashford, who's playing on the right of the front three. It's Kobbie Mainoo into Lisandro Martinez, back to Kobbie Mainoo, centre of the field, 40 yards from goal. Tries to run, ball at feet through a crowd. Good challenge on him by Anderson. Brings it away nicely for Forest and finds a good release too to Gibbs White. Desperate to be fouled here, I think, Gibbs White. He hasn't been. And a drag back turn into trouble. But that's poor from Bruno Fernandes behind Rashford. And Forest can now break if they want to. With runner on the left-hand side, Nico Williams. Morato doesn't want to find him. Williams now under pressure. Lovely footwork away from Ahmed. No way past Mazraoui, though, who puts a really firm challenge in. Now it's broken to Kobbie Mainoo again. Centre circle, held up well by Yates and Anderson. Bruno Fernandes seeing plenty of the ball, makes a mistake but he carries on. Bruno Fernandes finds Amad Diallo, good block again by Anderson. Challenge on him by Mazraoui though. Rashford's cross in. Murillo went to ground to try and head it, totally missed it. Lucky for him it missed his hand as well. What do you make of that defending, Paul?
I call that, well, it's called a tunnel header, isn't it?
Well, he missed it thankfully for Forest's sake. But United have the ball with Kobbie Mainoo on the halfway line, left-hand side. We'll leave it to Lisandro Martinez.
I wonder if his mum turned around and said, worse the effect of, you always bury your head in the sand.
I've got to wash your shirt now. Here's Dallo on the left-hand side, down the line to Bruno Fernandes, who looks like he's flagging a little bit here. Out of play for a goal kick. He's moaning at the pass to him, and maybe he should. Doesn't want to be chasing him behind to Milenkovic there.
He was never going to win that foot race, physically or with pace.
There's a couple of players that have really put some hard yards in here for United. Bruno Fernandes for Forest. Elliot Anderson has grafted away in central midfield today. Done a lot of really good work, but does seem like he could do with a Jaffa cake to get through the final 20.
Used to have him in the dressing room when I was playing Jaffa cake.
Classic.
And wine gums.
Classic energy sweet, the Jaffa cake. Didn't Rio Ferdinand used to have him in his shin pads? Am I making that up?
Oh, no, that must be really nice. All that sweat round the front of your shin pads.
Lovely mushy orange gelatin. Beautiful. Forward ball to Rasmus Højlund. Murillo intercepts it. Finds Williams. Then it's back to Morato, who's in a bit of trouble here. Not quite sure it's really shored things up. The extra centre-half coming on.
He is a lump.
Did you see that Dean Howson for Bournemouth the other night, the 19-year-old defender? 6'5". Scored the winning goal against Tottenham. Enormous. They're making them big these days, Paul. You never would have made it.
Oh.
You could be 5'2" in the 80s.
No, rubbish. You're just making up as you go along now.
5'3"?
No, don't be silly.
Forward pass here from Mainu into Rasmus Højlund. Dalot in the box. Back towards Kobbie Mainu on the edge. He'll find Rashford, tries a flick. Murillo clears it. Very compact in there. Long clearance up towards Wood. Maguire gets there first and goes back to Onana. Mazraoui, Man United come again. 73 minutes gone. It's 3-2 to Nottingham Forest.
Oh.
Ugarte's giving it to Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White's giving it straight back. Ugarte there was fallen over. That was a bit clumsy for both there. Dalot dives in. Apparently that's not a foul now. And United will come forward with Bruno Fernandes. Fouled by Kobbie Mainu. Left-hand side. Long way from goal, but in Forest territory. Drop of the shoulder. Runs in field against Yates. The referees would have given a foul.
How was that a foul? It's just madness, isn't it?
They've allowed play to continue. Here's Rashford. Into Dalot, left corner of the penalty area.
Oh.
Dalot tries to cross, blocked by Ola Aina. One back by Dalot. Here's Marcus Rashford. Right-footed delivery, away at the near post by Milenkovic. Hudson-Odoi with a hopeful lob forward. Maguire will sweep it back to himself on the halfway line to try and get United moving again. 74 minutes, 2-3 to Forest. Forest have decided they're going to try and hold on to this now. United have to break them down. Here's Lisandro Martinez trying to do just that. Takes a shot from distance. That's blocked by Milenkovic. Morato has missed it in the air. Nico Williams will clear it. Doesn't look comfortable, Morato, since coming on at all. Mazraoui to Ugarte into the feet of Rasmus Højlund, who goes down. That's not a free kick this time. There's no way of knowing what is and what isn't. Forward towards Gibbs-White, intercepted by Lisandro Martinez. Long way to go to do this for Nottingham Forest. Kobbie Mainu finds Ugarte, who may well be the man to come off in a second, to Xerxes, who's up on the edge and ready to come on. Kobbie Mainu back to Marcus Rashford, who's over on the right again. Forest's defensive line is edge of the penalty area. They're in it now as they go diagonal. United to Dalot. Brings it down well, crosses nicely. That's gathered though by Matt Sells.
I just wonder if you do take...
Because that Mason Mount is about to come on as well for Ruben Amorim. He's receiving a long old briefing from the boss.
Well, if he takes off Ugarte, I think there's a problem.
Long clearance towards Wood. Won by Maguire again, who's done well since coming on. Here he is now. Probably still England's leading central defender. Here's Dalot on this left-hand side. I'll do it for you, really. Down the line to Bruno Fernandes, who's looking like he's really tiring out there. Fernandes, he's really put a shift in tonight. Getting around the field.
He's just making bad choices at the moment.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. His tiredness is part and parcel of football.
Well, he's coming off. So that'll be the end of Bruno Fernandes' hard-working display. It's his goal that's got United back in the game, but I think we would be a bit concerned, wouldn't we, that he looks like he's flagging so much? If you're going to play for Ruben Amorim, you've got to get through a lot of yards.
Yeah.
Xerxes and Mount on for Bruno Fernandes and Ugarte as well. I think it was Ugarte has also gone off. Yes, it is. So that'll be a rejig as Xerxes has come on and immediately fouled Ryan Yates. So Mount is on the left-hand side. Xerxes and Højlund through the centre. Rashford on the right. It's like a Here we go. 3, 3, 3, 3, 4.
Right.
No, 3. Is that too many players?
3, 3. No.
That's right, isn't
that's
it?
right,
yeah, 3, 3, 4.
Well, the problem is, though, that now Elanga's going to come on, so he's going to add more pace to the front line.
A favourite of Ralph Rangnick when he was in charge at Manchester United. Anthony Elanga, Swedish international, coming on. Not just yet, though. Header forward towards Gibbs-White. That's won by Kobbie Mainoo. Next one is won by Maguire. And Hoyland heads back towards Dalot. In their own half here, Manchester United. Well played, Dalot. And it's into Maguire, who's seen playing the ball in that position. I do think he will thrive in that position under Ruben Amorim. I think he's a better footballer than Matthijs de Ligt when they got the ball. No, okay. Here's Mason Mount down the left-hand side. He'll find Diogo Dalot. Back to Lisandro Martinez again. Turn over the halfway, back to Mason Mount. Mason Mount, Harry Maguire looking forward towards Xerxes. Mount makes a run on the left, which I was looking at there, but he hasn't tried to find him. Into the feet of Xerxes again, tries to turn. Here is Mount, who's now dropped a touch deeper on the left. 10 over the halfway, back to Maguire again.
I just think
running
now,
the game, Maguire, right now.
Yeah, I just think they've lost that creativity now. Even Ugarte was moving the ball quicker and making things happen. They're just relying on Diallo now.
Well, Bruno Fernandes was the outstanding player on the field, so it's always going to be an issue taking him off, I guess, as Forest now will make their changes. Chris Wood is going to be withdrawn, as is Morgan Gibbs-White, so 2 of the goal scorers coming off. Looks like Nicolas Dominguez coming on, yes it is. And the aforementioned Anthony Elanga, who really broke out in English football when Ralph Rangnick was in charge of Manchester United. Couldn't find a regular spot under Erik ten Hag, so made the move to Forest. And I'm sure will be desperate to score against his former team here. Chris Wood and Gibbs-White both scoring tonight, Paul, coming off.
Yeah, just Gibbs-White one is quite a funny one because he got let go by Nuno, didn't he? He went to Sheffield United from Wolves, didn't he? When Nuno was in charge.
Was that when Nuno was in charge?
I think it was.
It definitely wasn't a significant part of the Wolves team. At that point, they had Ruben Neves and Gianmartino,
and they wasn't happy with him. Wolves fans were calling him out, called out Gibbs-White. So I remember I did a game there a couple of seasons ago when West Ham went there, and I was just chatting to a few, and they weren't impressed by him. But I mean, well, the proof is in the pudding now with him, because he looks a really good midfield player.
Forest fans seem to really like him, Gibbs-White, and he's a goal scorer here. And we're about to get back underway. There's some sort of issue here with the referee's VAR communication. There was a game last week.
It went off for a while.
Well, it went off for a while. Was it the Man United game, potentially?
No, it wasn't, no.
One of the midweek matches. They're trying to get back in communication here with Stockley Park, and so now we are waiting for the internet, I guess. Someone's got to reboot the server. I don't know. It's now over on the far side, the referee having a chat to the assistant referee. While this is going on and we try and work out what is happening, I'll just read you the scores from today. The Merseyside derby was called off earlier today between Everton and Liverpool. The assistant referee is now talking to a young lad with a box of equipment. We've all been there, son. Villa 1, Southampton 0 earlier today. Brentford, another 4 goals at home, this time against Newcastle United. 4-2 it finished at the GTEC. 2-2 between Crystal Palace and Manchester City. And here it's Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 3. And we're back with you tomorrow with 2 feature games. Fulham against Arsenal. That's followed by Tottenham against Chelsea. We'll have Ben Jacobs and Rufus Brevett on Fulham Arsenal. Chris Perry alongside John Harrick for Spurs Chelsea. Ipswich, Bournemouth and Leicester Brighton available to our online partners. And then West Ham against Wolverhampton Wanderers is the Monday night football this week. And speaking of West Ham United, just an update on Mikel Antonio. You may have seen that story earlier on. West Ham have released a statement that Mikel Antonio is, quote, in a stable condition in hospital following a road traffic accident this afternoon in the Essex area. And Mikel, they say, is conscious and communicating and is currently under close supervision at a central London hospital. They say at this difficult time we kindly ask everyone to respect the privacy of Mikel and his family. The club will make no further comment this evening, but will issue a further update in due course. So, at the very least, Mikel Antonio unlikely to play on Monday Night Football. We wish him well in recovering from whatever has happened today. Road traffic collision in Essex, where the rain has been heavy today, as it has been in Manchester, where we were back underway for a few seconds. There's now been a head collision between Callum Hudson-Odoi and Nuzam Mazraoui, and they've kind of run into each other as Diallo looked to take the throw back to Maguire. Almost a playground incident between children. That probably happens 10 times a day on the playground.
I believe that's just made my eyes water. The way he's caught him, Hudson-Odoi has caught Mazraoui straight on the nose.
I wonder what you were doing. I thought you'd been on Hot Ones or something there. You're going to be all right. 10 minutes to go and change here.
Oh, he's definitely made his eyes water, hasn't it?
Yeah, that was a horrible little collision there. They should be all right to carry on. We're going to get the physio on from Mazraoui. I wonder whether his contacts have come out, maybe.
He didn't want him. The referee's done that. The referee has called the physio on. Now he's making the play go off. What the hell is the referee on? What's he doing?
Well, Mazraoui, maybe he's got concerns about the fact he does look a bit dazed and confused here. Over on that far side. Now we're going to have a drop ball given to Manchester United on the halfway line, who are temporarily down to 10 men. And we're in the 83rd minute. The score is United 2, Forest 3, Premier League Live. Down to 10, Maguire's given the ball away to Callum Hudson-Odoi. One back, though, by Maguire, who's then quickly given it back to Elliot Anderson, who's played a through ball by accident here to Rasmus Højlund. Murillo's had to go to ground and clear it. Well, everyone seemed to switch off there, both teams.
He certainly...
Now Rashford's given a return pass to Diallo, which nearly went out of play. They're giving it away again, Manchester United, to Anderson, who's given it away to Mazraoui, who's just come back on, who's given it away to Dominguez, who's given it away to Rashford. Guys! Pass to your teammates! We're back on, switch on. 7 minutes remaining, and additional time on top of that, which might be significant. Not sure with Xerxes coming deep to play a 1-2 with Maguire. They've lost that Fernandes pass round the corner, which was a really important part of their play in the first half, Manchester United. Rashford does it now, onto Diallo, back to Rashford, right-footed cross, Dalot's header, it's on target, maybe 14 yards out. Sells made a relatively easy save there.
Oh, it was really easy. It's like he's called for it off of Dalot with a header. I think Dalot's just got to head that back to where it's come from, really, rather than actually where the goalkeeper's going to.
On clearance here. I think the subs haven't really helped either team tonight. No. They've made things worse from the bench, the managers.
They took off two key players at the given time. Xerxes and Rashford coming on with Mount. They're not exactly the three that have set the world alight.
And with Forest too, they have Taiwo Awoniyi on the bench, and they've now got Nicolas Dominguez sort of playing centre forward when he's not a centre forward, and it's like 5-5-0 they're kind of playing now, Sam Allardyce style, which I'm not sure is helping, but I mean that is Nuno's way. That is to be expected from the Nottingham Forest manager. They're winning at Old Trafford. It's ultra super mega defensive for the final 5 minutes as Maguire's crossfield pass goes into touch.
They've just lost the edge now. That impetus they had going. And the fact off the back, they were, off the back of the second goal, they were chasing the game. And for Forest, it's fantastic because the tempo's been lost by Manchester United.
Throw in taken. Dominguez forward, nowhere. Well, no one up there to bring that under control. So it's out of play for a throw, and it goes back to Onana on the edge of his own penalty area here. The Manchester United goalkeeper, all in purple. Into Maguire, then back to Onana. It's kind of pointless. Martinez now. In field to Maguire. Who's feeling a little bit frustrated, are the United fans. Really lost it since Bruno Fernandes has gone off. I mean, he's a cut above, isn't he, Bruno Fernandes? Anyone else they have. Not sure how wise taking your best player off is at any time. Dalot on the left-hand side. Down the line towards Xerxes, who rolls Milenkovic nicely. Plays it further on towards Dalot, whose cross is blocked by the retreating Ryan Yates, who will now take a couple of seconds to recover from that. Corner kick to Manchester United. Harry Maguire, an obvious threat in the penalty area they didn't have earlier. 2-3 down with 4 minutes of normal time remaining, Manchester United. Mason Mount's corner. Won by Lisandro Martinez, loops it in the air. Matt Sells, the goalkeeper, will win the next ball in the penalty area.
Yeah, he just needed to step back a bit to get that ball back across the goal again. He's just about reached it, hasn't he, Martinez?
Ruben Amorim is crouched down on his feet on the edge of his technical area. He's at like hip level. I'm not sure why that gives you a better perspective. Into Xerxes, who's playing in behind Rasmus Højlund, pokes it to him now. 4 players around him. Højlund carries it out left into the offensive third. They go there, Manchester United. Back out of it now. Dalot finds Martinez, then here's Maguire. Mazraoui outright to Diallo. Rashford close by, takes on Nico Williams. Infield, Diallo carries. Xerxes knocks it back to Kobbie Mainoo. Crossfield to Dalot, corner of the area, left-hand side. Right-footed cross, that's a good delivery, it's away. As far as the edge of the area where Diallo's volley was blocked on its way through, it was Morato's header away. Still going here, United. Mazraoui, Diallo, good block by Nico Williams. Recovered by Elliot Anderson and Williams. Mazraoui pressing, cleared upfield, out of play for a throw to Manchester United, right-hand side, 3 minutes remaining.
Just every time Diallo gets on it, you think something's going to happen. He's the only player left in the forward position where I think United fans feel that something can happen. Other than that, other than him, it's quite flat. Dalot has suddenly taken up a left winger's position now.
Oh, seems a little bit chaotic for Manchester United. Plan out the window, throw everybody forward. Never really seen that work for anybody. Seems like they've lost all of anything they may have worked on over the last week. Martinez to Joshua Xerxes, round the corner to Rasmus Højlund. Interesting to see how deep Xerxes is playing. Giving the ball away though, United. With Alanga and Ola Aina trying to combine. Further on to Alanga, who would have been in there, but Martinez read it well. We'll sweep it back to Onana. 88 minutes gone.
It's got to be about a good 5 minutes, 6 minutes on this.
Yeah, I would expect a chunky amount of time at the end of this game. So nowhere near the full-time whistle as yet at Old Trafford. United 2, Forest 3. Mazraoui, left-footed, clips upfield. Not really easy for Rasmus Højlund to deal with there, and Matt Sells will come out of his area, get the ball at feet, dribble back into his box and pick that up. And they are going to bring on Taiwo Awoniyi here, Forest, and I think that's wise. They've lost that presence to hold the ball up, and it's allowing United to keep on coming forward. Callum Hudson-Odoi, the man who's likely to come off, as Mason Mount has fouled Ryan Yates in the centre circle. Forest fans enjoyed that. It's normally Yates giving the free kicks away.
It's just surprising he hasn't been booked.
Awoniyi coming on for Callum Hudson-Odoi, who was pivotal in the Gibbs-White goal. And it just sort of feels like Forest are going to go over the line here.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything now. That belief that United are going to get back in it, they're reliant, in my opinion, on one player to produce a bit of magic. The substitutions have just flattened them.
Yeah. The Tinkerman, Ruben Amorim. Awoniyi coming on, and Forest are going 5th in the Premier League table. With victory here, Forest are currently there. Brighton began the day there. The battle for European qualification is going to be wide open this season, probably below the top 4. But top 7, maybe 8 could qualify for European football, depending on who wins what and where. But it would see United sit on 19 points after 15 games played. With a really poor start to the season, worst start since 1986 it would be. And you hear there 7 minutes added on with Dalot chopping in field from a high ball to him. It opened up nicely. He's tried to find the top corner. He's found the top stand.
I mean, it was a great ball out by Harry Maguire. I mean, it was a floater. I don't know what Aina's thinking about allowing Dalot to get on it. He steps inside of him, and that's when he lost his composure. The moment he stepped in, he's tried to whip it. And it ends up in K-stand.
How long does the free hit last for Ruben Amorim, do you think? Does he get weeks, months, the whole season before people start asking questions?
I think he'll get the whole season.
Sells long up towards Awoniyi, who now gives Maguire a battle. Same result though, it's cleared away by Manchester United. Coming mainly forward to Xerxes, whose pass was aimed towards Mount, but very heavy.
Oh, it was a terrible pass.
Goes out of play to Ruben Amorim, who just picks the ball up. Throwing down the line, flicked on by Awoniyi. Martinez leaves it from Maguire. On to Mason Mount. Blocked by Ryan Yates. Out of play for a throw on this near side. Well inside United's half, which Dallow has taken. Maguire also had a ball in hand, but it's been thrown in back to Onana. And we're at the desperation station for Manchester United. They are trailing by 3 goals to 2 with 5 minutes of additional time remaining. Here's Rashford. Round the corner to Rasmus Højlund. Reverse pass towards Xerxes, all the way through to Matt Sells, who takes his time.
It was a poor pass from Højlund. Terrible pass.
Xerxes and Højlund front two. I mean, we've rarely seen it, and I'm not sure how much more we'll see it.
Well, I don't think there's much choices really for him to do, unless they're going to go and dig down and look at some of the younger ones who actually play in that position and actually know how to play it.
Just wonder with managers these days, and again, I did think Bruno Fernandes looked quite gassed, but he's made all the available changes. It just sort of feels like tryouts. I don't know, it's Man United, it's a Premier League game. Just giving everyone a whirl.
It does seem like that, Tom. It does seem like that. 2 goals they've given away to go behind. It's just shocking goals they've given away.
Forest look like a very well-drilled, organised and experienced Premier League team.
They
Manchester United look like an A-level project. Can they get something from this game, Manchester United? They have it with Mazraoui on the halfway line. Trying to find a way through here. Amorim's team. They've won a free kick over on that far side. A trip on Amad Diallo. And there's a yellow card coming here as well for Nico Williams. Stopping the advance.
The most disappointing thing, Marcus Rashford has come on. He has not made one run. Not one run with the ball. Not a run in behind. Not threatened at all. All he's done is face up, get the ball, roll it, and then no more than 2 touches. Doesn't even think about trying to turn to run at somebody.
In the box now. In fact, now he's walked out to the edge as Mason Mount will take this free kick over on the right-hand side. One-man wall for Nottingham Forest. Mason Mount is your man over it, the forgotten man at Manchester United. 3 minutes of additional time remain. Mount's delivery. Away as far as Rashford, whose volley at goal was blocked on its way through, and it has just gone wide for a corner kick to Manchester United.
And was it on target? It was on target.
Milenkovic with the block. Could have redeemed himself there. Corner kick, which Rashford has come over to take. Right-footed delivery towards Lisandro Martinez on the volley over the crossbar. Met it beautifully in mid-air, left-footed volley, plenty of power, but it's just over the crossbar.
Wonderful shape on it as well, the way he's gone at it. Oh.
What a shame that hasn't gone in. That would have been one of the goals of the season.
Would have been perfection. You'd have called it perfection if it hits the target.
Just seeing a replay as well of the block from Milenkovic. It was on target. I think Matt Sells probably would have had that covered if it had gone all the way through. Is that it? The final chance? There normally is one. Is that it?
No, I think there's going to be another one.
United trying to make that happen here. That's another foul by Ryan Yates on Mason
incredible.
Mount. I mean, how many?
I know, it's
every game. He'll boot you into next week, will Ryan Yates. Onana is now trying to take this free kick so quickly. He's rolled it 10 yards too far forward, wasting everyone's time.
No, he tried to take a liberty. He's tried to take a liberty there.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
That's the wrong spot. He's pointing to the referee's gone to the wrong spot as well.
He's just wasting everyone's time, Onana, including himself. Pointless. Just move it back to where the foul was, Onana. Move it back to where the foul was.
And why is he pointing at his watch for?
I don't know.
I hope he ain't. It's just...
Don't stop it for this. It's ridiculous from Onana.
The ball's moving.
He's going to take it from the halfway line. He is now going to fire it deep towards Rashford. One by Maguire. Rashford was behind him. He didn't get the call, Maguire. Heads it forward. Out of play for a goal kick.
That's absolutely incredible. I mean, they're just off centre and they virtually go further. The kick is further out wide than where it started from. But then Marcus Rashford has to speak to Harry Maguire, surely.
I think he probably should have done. But I can't help but feel that Onana wasted so much time there, and it's almost like a disease, that kind of thing, isn't it? When someone's being incompetent, everyone starts being incompetent. I think Forest are going to do this, and what a result it would be after a couple of tough results on the road, losing against Man City and Arsenal. Back to winning ways here, it looks like, for Nuno Espirito Santo's side. And they may be chasing some icing on the cake here with Alanga.
Oh, silly foul.
Gallo is the man who's fouled him.
Silly.
And that's the full-time whistle. And it's victory for Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford. Back-to-back defeats for Ruben Amorim as Manchester United manager, beaten at Arsenal in midweek and losing at Old Trafford.
Joe's shot was saved after an Agate pass played him through. He had to wait until the second half, but it was Nottingham Forest yet again got an early goal after 47 minutes. Morgan Gibbs-White shot to the centre of the goal, and Nana started diving to his right. I don't know what he was doing, had an absolute nightmare. Gibbs-White's ball just fired right into the back of the net. Then they added to that lead on 54 minutes. Birthday boy Chris Wood with his 25th Premier League goal, beating Brian Roy's record for Nottingham Forest. He was at the back post, the ball came into the back post, he looped it over Onana and Martinez, the ball nestled into the bottom corner. United rallied on 61 minutes through Bruno Fernandes when Diallo played him in on the right hand side. Fernandes with his right foot inside the 18-yard box fired it into the corner, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Manchester United sloppy, disillusioned, not concentrating. They were absolutely shocking today, individually and as a group. Nottingham Forest deserve all 3 points. Nuno Espirito Santo will be thrilled to pieces with those 3 points, which climbs them up the table even more. It's finished here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 3.
Terrible result.
Dreadful. And
terrible.
Nicky Gray summed it up brilliantly. There's no way Manchester United deserve to win that game. They might scrape the draw, you know what football can be like, but credit to Forest. They're a tough team to crack, mate, away from home. I know they're not always brilliant away from home, but I've got to tell you, mate.
Yeah. You know what it was?
Beat Liverpool, beat United, took points off Chelsea. Horrible team to play sometimes.
Yeah, they were winning 3-1. They're playing some really good football. You know, they're passing it around, popping Man United off the park. And all of a sudden, Bruno scored, goes 3-2. And you know what? Doesn't get the credit he deserves. Nuno makes a change instantly. Doesn't wait. He goes, right, I've seen enough.
Yep.
Shut up shop.
Yep.
5 at the back.
Yep.
Try and beat us. You have the ball. Try and break us down.
And that.
The first half is in the books. Thank you for hanging out with us here on Sons of a Pitch Soccer Central for Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. Please do yourself a favor. If you play EAFC, we're going to be doing a lot of EAFC content here on the channel moving forward with True Killer, a professional top 200 EAFC player. If you want to elevate your team, I did it. I reached out to him on Twitter, sent him a DM. We ended up working out the details. He took over my team to play on Sunday, and my God, the rewards were amazing. By 3 weeks in, we had a rank 1 team every single week for the rest of the season. You want to get those real rewards? Go talk to True right now. DM on Twitter or on Discord and go get your team elevated to the next level in EAFC 25. We've got the new promo out. It's okay. It's not the best, but it should be a good one. So get in now so you can get those rewards before Team of the Year in just a few weeks' time. True, you're the man. Thank you for tearing up our team and making it a really, really good team. Now let's get back to the action in the second half. Fill those drinks up and we'll see you back in there.
How's it going, my fellow Manchester United and SOP fans? Hope everyone is enjoying the stream this evening. This is a massive, massive game, as I said at the start of the stream, because it's Manchester United versus Arsenal. We need to get these 3 points, so hopefully we have a good second half here under the new manager Ruben Amorim. Now I am here to offer a service to you guys. What I do is take people's teams on EAFC 25, starting from ground zero all the way to the top, by offering a division rivals or FUT champion service, or for some people both. Now what this means is I get the highest ranks in division rivals and FUT champions. DM me on Twitter. My Twitter is @truekiller_. I'm sure it's in the description. You can see me in the chat. But come on United, let's go.
The Christmas season has unofficially begun. Holly has returned. A holiday channel with Mariah, Kelly, Sabrina, and more. Turn up the merry and bright holiday hits that get the season lit. Holly, now through Christmas Day on Channel 79, or listen at home on the SiriusXM app.
Hi, I'm Kathy Hill, founder of Tax Tiger. If you happen to have unfiled or unpaid taxes, Tax Tiger can protect you from the IRS, release wage and bank levies, and negotiate awesome settlements. Above all, Tax Tiger is a company which operates based on Christian principles. If you have an IRS problem, call us today at 1